back to another episode of Speedruns From the Crypt, your bi-weekly horror hotfix. I am Nicdisis, and before we begin, I just want to tell you really quick that Summer Games Done Quick will be live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, June 30th to July 6th. And the SGDQ 2024 games list will be out this weekend, April 26th. Remote volunteer submissions are also now open until the 28th. If you would like to help out as a chat moderator or social media volunteer for the event, you can visit the link at gamesdonequick.profile, gamesdonequick.com/profile to sign up. All right, everyone. Hope you're all doing good today. So it is April 24th, and if you don't know what this means, we're not quite on it, but we're close enough. In many fandoms, I know you have Star Wars and stuff, you have like May the 4th and Star Wars Day, Mario Day. In the horror community, you actually do have something called Alien Day, because you have R426, the name of the, I think the original ship in, the Alien movie. So it's going to be a fun little charming thing. We're going to be taking a look at the Alien Isolation run. We'll be taking a look at a couple of things here for you. We have a big run tonight, so we'll be mostly the one game. But we also do have a minor category and some surprises. I'm not sure, I feel a little bit different today, but I guess we'll find out how that goes. Anyway, let's hop on into it. We have Alien Isolation with Nico Hart. Take it away.
Thank you, Ek, and welcome on into Alien Isolation, crouch clipping all missions, and for probably the first time I've done it as like a showcase run, we're doing this on Nightmare. It's super exciting for me because I don't really do Nightmare runs often. So we'll see how this goes. We'll talk a little bit about like what Nightmare will entail against like novice and hard. And I hope we'll have a good time. So let me do introductions. My name's Nico Hart. I'm a UK variety streamer, speedrunner, steering wheel speedrunner, weird controller guy. I play games with DSLR camera controller, played Elden Ring with it. I like weird controllers, and I like you guys. And we've also joined by my commentator, Drex, if you'd like to introduce yourself as well.
Oh, dude, I forgot I was here for a second. Hey, what's up, gamers? My name's Dre. I also like some Aliens sometimes. It's a pretty cool game. Yeah, today I'm here being the annoying orange on Nico's shoulder. Feeling a little crazy hamburger today, you know how it is.
Crazy hamburger, my god.
That's one. We'll be a lot of crazy hamburgers today. But I usually run a slightly different category, no CC. But Nico's gonna change that rule around a little bit. Nico, do you want to talk about what CC is?
Yes.
And I guess the whole extent of our gigantic category name.
So crouch clipping is what the CC stands for. What we do is we bind the mouse wheel, which I'm using a G502 for this one because it has free scrolling, to crouch, so that we can basically spam in the crouch function whilst we're toggling the frames per second of this game to 140 frames per second, which allows us to clip through doors or basically barriers that are kind of like withheld. And it's a really, really fun situation to do. I love showcasing this run. The any percent for this crouch clipping is about if you do with frame per second toggling, can be about 10 minutes. It's kind of crazy. Some other pre-requirements about this game. We are running it in Italian. It is 30 seconds faster of a language pack compared to English. French is faster by 0.5, but most of the speedrunners prefer Italian. It is what it is, really. Again, 140 frames per second. I think that's basically the main requirements, isn't it? We can talk about what Nightmare is. Nightmare is the hardest difficulty that was in the game. It wasn't initially released with Nightmare, but in a later update from when it was released, they added in the Nightmare category, which is basically you have minimal loot, you have no HUD, there's no maps, there's no nothing. It's basically super hard mode, as you can imagine. And it's a fun run, especially for no major glitches. Nightmare, where everything is kind of the strategies are more pronounced because everything's more intense. We can manipulate things better. But at the same time, we're doing the crouch clipping, so let's have some fun. Right, I think I'm ready to start then. So let's get this crack-a-lacking, I guess, shall we?
Let's get the train on the road.
All right. So the time's going to start the moment that I wake up, or the process of waking up. I'll at least say start time very shortly. All right. Dre, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's get this going. I've had my coffee. I'm ready. So the time's going to start.
Yeah, so we skip a couple cutscenes here. And then after that loading wheel disappears, Ripple will open her eyes. About 3,
Now.
1.
All right.
Oh man, look at that! I know this game too well.
So here's the first thing. We are gonna wake up and get dressed. That's the first thing that you have to do in this game. You can't really progress the game without getting dressed.
I'm so mad about that.
I know. So
I can't get over it.
Who we are Amanda Ripley. We're basically the daughter of Ellen Ripley. Which, if you've seen the movies before, you understand that, like, hey, this is like, a familiar family situation. And we're trying to find information about the whereabouts of our mother because if you've seen the movies, you'll know that, like, Ellen Ripley magically disappears and without a trace, basically. So it's up to us to join the Weyland-Yutani crew in order to go for an escapade towards Sevastopol, where the last, inkling of knowledge of where they were. Maybe there's like a black box, maybe there's some kind of like recorded data of where they are, and hopefully we'll actually find some information and actually make things work out for us. But will things work out for us? I don't know. What we just did there is we did a dialogue skip. By going into that room and you hear, Ripley. If we go out of the room, it will treat that the dialogue has been met and you've actually listened to that whole experience. We're going to be doing the same bit here just now, just going over this little bit here.
Taylor, buongiorno.
Yeah, we have 2 NPCs to talk to. Our crewmates Samuels and Taylor. And so Nico's gonna chain the dialogue skips together. And what happens when we're outside of the room is that Samuels keeps talking, but it's not playing the audio, so it skips straight to the end of his objective.
Absolutely. Now there is a faster M1 strat to do. I'll be real. No, I never learned it. I mean, I did learn it one time, and then I immediately forgot it. So I'm going to go with something that I'm the most comfortable with.
Non l'ho vista.
We wait
It's
for
the same tech.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, what's up?
I was saying
it's the same tech as well. I swear we practiced.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, go ahead. You speak this up. You do it.
Okay. It's the same tech as well. It's slightly faster though because Cliff's relatively recently found that it's we lose just a second or two on those walks between the two, whereas we can actually wait for a specific trigger in the rooms. But either way, it's close enough, and we're still doing the same glitcher. This is definitely the nicer one to learn if you're just getting started playing Alien, which you guys should all run it. I'll try running this game. It's a blast, I promise. There's definitely no complaints I have about it whatsoever. No,
and it's cheap right now on Steam because of it being very close to Alien Day, as Ek mentioned. It is like 80% off on Steam. The whole pack, with the DLC and everything, it's like £9. Oh, sorry, 9 great British pounds. I'm sorry, I'm talking British over here, saying quid. It's cheap. Go get it. If you want to play a good spooky game, now's a very good time to do it, genuinely. Except GOG, that's full price at the moment, but anyway. Right, so we are being briefed by our lovely friend over here. We're just basically saying, okay, so you're going over to Sevastopol, make sure you wear your suit, you don't want to go into space without a suit, and everything should be groovy, basically. We're going to be clicking on these documents very shortly, which will bring us into the point of the next cutscene trigger, for which we'll be going into mission 2. And yeah, here we go. So we're going to be skipping a cutscene here, but in this cutscene, we've kind of we're making our way over, but then we got some little broken up asteroids, meteoroids that just kind of temper our EVA line. We go spiraling in space, and then luckily we end up in Sevastopol. It's very, very nice. Fun little fact: if you hold,
as with any horror game, things have to go catastrophically wrong.
Exactly. Fun fact: if you walk forwards, if you just hold W here, you actually forget that you're in the spacesuit. So you basically can just walk as normal. So we'll be introducing the crouch clipping. I think in this chapter here, we will be introducing crouch clipping, which again is tied to the mouse wheel, which makes it super free, super chill, and we'll show you what this category is all about.
Yeah, I see a question popped up just now too. It is about to be demonstrated. I'll explain it, but we can do better than just talking about it.
That's true. I just
but we have to get through a bit of all the scrolling.
It's always lovely when
you said you were gonna charge it.
Charge it.
Well, you didn't charge it good enough. Apparently.
Okay. Excuse me. Right. So as you can see from the station, it is falling apart right now. You can tell that there's been some stuff there's some stuff that's happened on Sevastopol, but we don't know exactly what's gone down. We've only just got here, so we're trying to explore, trying to figure out our surroundings. Maybe there's some threats in here we don't know. We're just kind of I'm trying to understand why it's all falling apart. Because this is Nightmare, any chance that we can find loot, we are taking it. Loot is
Mi servirà.
super bad on Nightmare. If you get loot, you're lucky, basically. Yeah, what was I going to say? This is going to be the point where we show you what crouch clipping is. So what we like to do, the kind of like the trick to get it working is that you kind of crouch against a door, and you kind of walk into it as you're crouching. Then once you kind of do it for a little bit, you see like a little bit of like a camera blip. From that point, that gives you the right avail to be able to scroll into the door with the mouse wheel. So here we go.
Ma qui non
Yeah, the
funziona.
the hitbox in this game are pretty crazy hamburger, if you do
There
ask
we
me.
Come on, crazy hamburger. All right, so we just made it through the door. Easy clap, no problem there. We're going to be doing 2 more. One of them is actually going to take us out of bounds. And we're going to be holding peak as we fall down, because if you hold peak when you fall, we will be negating fall damage.
That's a cool feature. There is fall damage in a game you can't jump in, but it's also wasn't super polished, so it helps out for our runs.
Absolutely.
But you may notice Nico clipped those doors so much easier than the other one, even though they are in the exact same shape. Almost every door and sometimes the shutters in this game kind of have their own clipping personality, so to say, where it could be the exact same looking door. Oh, very nice.
That's
Here, we can talk about what just happened there first for a second.
Go for it.
Okay, yeah, so that was, so this is actually the very end of Mission 2 now. Nico just skipped 10 or 15 minutes of what would be in without crouch clipping, thereby staying in bounds, by hitting the cutscene trigger after at the very end of the level, because it kind of goes down and then loops all the way back around, and it hit the cutscene from above, from out of bounds, and then, of course, because the cutscene teleports you back in bounds. So basically saves a ton of time. This is one of the biggest skips we get in this category, although there's a couple other missions that are completely different routes, and it's why it can be a pretty interesting category.
I've seen somebody saying these door clips are PC exclusive. Pretty much, yeah, because we are tying the frame rate to 140 frames per second. Most consoles will only really go towards like about 60, so it's not really that feasible. Plus, you're having to spam the crouch button like super quickly, which that's the reason again whilst we bind it to the mouse wheel, because it makes it so much easier to scroll the mouse, like scroll for the crouching. You would have to be a very fast like input button masher if you're going to be doing it on a console. So I don't know.
A really weird caveat actually is the Alien engine. It pulls mouse inputs at a considerably higher frequency than keyboard inputs. So the reason we have to bind this to the scroll wheel is because that's the only way to get the game to register enough of our inputs in general. The physics engine glitch is still there in console, but yeah, we don't have a way of actually doing it.
Well, there we go. I hope we've at least answered the question there for sure. Right, we're already into Mission 3, by the way, so this is already kind of like getting on a good pace at the moment. We are going to be introducing a new speedrun like technique very shortly, which is going to be called silent running. It has different names: ninja running, psycho running, which was actually named by Psycho Hypnotic, another speedrunner of this game.
Ninja stepping.
Yeah, like that was like the Steam discussion name for it, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah. It was like a year or so after Psycho discovered where we call it Psycho running usually. And we saw a post. Hey, I found this thing. I call it ninja stepping. It's like, oh, that is such a great name. I kind of wish he discovered it first because I love the name so much.
It's so chill. But like, obviously, basically what is happening is that we're going to be introducing a sideways run. And by doing that as well, and also pressing the crouch button every like half second to a second, it will cause a silence in our steps. So here we go. This is a silent running now. I'm running diagonally. That's the word I'm looking for. And you can see that the humans have no presence or understanding of where I am. Easy clap. Easy.
It definitely is one of the most major breaks in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Like
More so than going out of bounds.
That's it as well. I mean, like, the silent running becomes, like, very handy for quite a few strats as well, especially if you're trying to avoid the xenomorph. It's very nice. Now, I know you lot are like, where's the xenomorph? Where on earth is the xenomorph? Don't you worry, you'll be getting your dosage very, very soon. Xenomorph is literally about minutes away, so you're fine. You're fine. There is a few more loot points coming up very shortly. Again, try to loot as much as you can. And we're going to be coming up to the works archive. I'm hoping that there might be some information from one of these sort of data stacky cell thingamajiggies that might have some information about the mum, but unfortunately, doesn't look too good. Situation doesn't
I
look
looked away.
too
Did you grab that smoke bomb blueprint?
No. Where was it?
Okay. It should be on that table. You'll be facing it on your way out.
Okay. Because it could help for
We're trying to save the run for Mission 8, by the way. So I'm supposed to be that nuisance to remind Nico not to forget things.
Thank you very much. Remind me for the safety saves as well, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, that was a nice. Okay, so what we
That
just
was
did
a
there
clean peak clip.
was the peak clip. It is very nice. It saves a lot of time instead of having to get the third one of those doors coming through the other way. We're basically peeking, and I'm trying to press E at like pretty much the exact same frame as it gives us the option to do it. And it just, like I say, it saves time. It's really nice. There we go. I got it. I got the smoke bomb. Look at
Perfect.
me.
Run is gonna be free now.
Yeah, I genuinely never picked that up, so I honestly forgot where that was. Now, it's funny, I was looking at XCB's run for their like CC novice run. They forget to scroll into that, so they lose a tiny bit of time there. If that's why I'm calling out EB on that one. Like, time saves
So
something
you
worth
heard
it.
it from Nico himself. The world record is free.
Technically, world record is free. If you get a good run and you can save about like 10 seconds altogether for that bit, hey, why not, right?
Yeah, so if we didn't convince you in Mission 1, now you're totally convinced to run this game.
Exactly.
Please, we want more glitch hunters. There's so much potential on that.
Oh, by the way, Xenomorph. I mean, we kind of just gloss over the fact that the Xenomorph is here right now.
Steve, it's fine. He's our bud. Steve's our bud. He likes showing off for us. He's a little vain.
Oh, by the way, Xenomorph name, speedrun community name for the Xenomorph is Steve. So if you want to say Steve, say hi to Steve. Say hi in the chat. So we realise that, like, as we're going through, we understand why this place is a little bit barren and there's not many people around. It's because of the threat of the Xenomorph. Obviously, scary bad thing that we have no recognition about. It's probably not a good idea to be around at any time soon. So we're going to try to get out of dodge super quickly. I remember the safety save. Feels good, man.
I was about to call it out, yeah. Yeah, no, one of my favorite things about this game genuinely is how, from the casual playthrough story perspective, how well they present and kind of lure, like hint in on all these topics as you play the game. It's so well done.
Right, I'm going to be doing some silent running because I want the Xenomorph to be in a very specific pattern. If we can do the pattern, we can do a fast exit. It's looking
yes,
good.
I don't want to distract focus too much, but yeah, so this is a very RNG. This is an RNG pendant exit right here. Oh, you're clean. Yeah, that's free. Yeah, nice. Good pattern. So yeah, the Steve drops there unnecessarily, and we'll start by attacking humans if the humans are still alive. Right? If you play it differently, they won't be.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, just like that, I finished it so speedy. We finished it before I could even. Oh, that's a gold, isn't it?
Either way, like, it's always nice when you can get that strat like sorted, like, because the Xenomorph becomes very unpredictable at times, especially on I'll say even like more unpredictable on novice, but like even still, the Xenomorph's AI can be very fierce at times, like very unfair. So by getting these strats good, everybody's happy, everybody's chill.
That's a really fun note you mentioned, by the way. The fact that it's more predictable on Nightmare.
Yeah.
So Nightmare, right? Wait, the most important part about speedrunning is looking cool. That's why we do it, because we just want people to think we're cool. Or at least me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you have your Drake's cool emo, so I don't know. Anyway.
Exactly. It's literally the most important. But yeah. So Nightmare, I mean, it feels really cool, and there's some challenges like your health and stuff. But like the AI, right? The way Steve behaves is genuinely much more predictable in Nightmare, and it's really weird how Novice isn't necessarily that much easier of a run.
I've struggled sometimes more in Novice than Nightmare. Whilst everything is a bit more like relaxed, it's weirdly unrelaxing at times. I have no idea. All right, so we introduced to a new hacking mini game, which is basically just line up the thing and press E on it. You get the one where you got to try to match the symbols. This is another one. I think there's only like two major ones like for those kind of things. There are some other computers which do have some more puzzles. But for your hacking Tamagotchi looking thing, why do I have to reference Tamagotchi? I haven't thought about that in years. I don't know. Also, this is Mr. Hughes. He's another one of the humans on board, which is trying to actually kind of like make sure that everybody's like in a good form and fashion, that everyone's kind of like following suit against the threats. Except we find out that
Yeah.
the androids, they don't see it the same
having
way.
a really heated conversation about what type of jelly is best for sandwiches.
I mean, Mr. Hughes is going to give us some jelly in a second. It's red!
Yeah, so Hughes proposes strawberry is the best jam, but the Joe thinks blueberry is the best.
I don't know. His eyes sometimes turn red, so it could be on the same vibe as strawberry. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he's raspberry.
Well, he's looking cute like a raspberry, am I right? So we're going to be introducing some more silent running here because we want to try to get as much loot as we can without triggering the xenomorphs, the androids this time, that's what I was trying to say. So we can go get this box here within the same amount of time that the elevator will be opening. And we managed to get some loot from one of the boxes, so it feels good.
Yeah, it's a nice little optimization there.
All right.
Oh, we didn't really explain the lore of what's going in. Nico's playing so fast, we kind of missed a lot of the lore. So our current goal, right, when we got stranded on the station, trying to get onto Sevastopol because our connection was severed, so we kind of had to go in through the airlock. We got separated from our crew, Taylor and Samuels, that we met at the start. And so now our goal is genuinely just trying to get to communication. So this right here, this is the communications, what's the word I'm looking for, center. And so we're just trying to explore around and see if we can find any sign of our crew. If they really reach some sort of communications, reach out to us. And as it turns out, the cutscene Nico's about to skip is exactly that.
There was a good question there. Clipping through the hacking door is not faster. Some doors you just can't clip through, and I think that hacking door is one of them as well. So sometimes we know where to cut our losses, and it's just not worth clipping through a door. Oh, I love it when this door is just open for you. I love that. Yeah, aside from that, now we're going to be trying to get through this android here. You can just silently run past him because the time that he leaves, they're still in kind of like an animation process of walking forward. So timely running is important. We also skipped the cutscene. Do you remember what that cutscene is, Dre? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yes, yeah, so that is actually exactly where, that's the message from Samuels.
Okay.
Of like, please, anyone, we need help. We came aboard Sevastopol, somebody got injured in the blast. Taylor got injured in the blast. Oh, yeah, so huge skips right there, by the way. Less important than the lore. The prompt, but the elevators in games are weird because like programming in a moving platform is a complicated procedure. So the way the elevators work in this game is there's just two copies of the elevator, one below and one above. And when you press the elevator button, it teleports you from the one you're in to the other one. And then of course it has a timer when the doors will open. Your camera shakes for a little while, but so that means as soon as Nico pressed the button to start going down the elevator, we're already downstairs, and he was able to use his crouch clipping to clip through that door and then grab the call elevator button that we initially pressed when we first went up into Mission 4.
That was a weird, like,
that was a
walking
tragic
all over the
droid
place there,
tickle.
so that was really weird to handle. Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that. Because I had taken a bit of a pause for the grab, the second android was in a very different position for what I needed, so I've taken a bit of damage. I'll probably need to heal up in due course.
I don't think you got shocked though, right?
No, it just grabbed.
Okay, so you're chilling right now, I think.
I guess. I mean, it's always good to make
You'll
sure
be
that
at
our HP
a grab
is
and a
good.
punch, so
Because here's the
yeah,
thing.
you're at about 70, 75?
Maybe.
Oh no, you took the fall though.
Yeah.
Sorry, so you're about 50. You're at 50. So
here's
yeah,
the
this
thing.
is the
we
game
don't
with
we
Nightmare,
don't have our HUD
exactly,
at all. We don't know what our HP is like. We have to, as Andreas was doing there, was calculating the percentage of what we're currently at due to already known values of the HP, basically. It's not easy.
Yeah, so we know how much damage various things do on the station, so we literally have to do the math as we're running, in Nightmare at least, to keep track of how much damage we've taken. Otherwise, the only ways to know how much damage we've taken, or the game will tell us, is if we're dead, then we have 0 HP.
I'll give it a
And if we
try.
cannot heal when we try to heal, then we have full HP.
I was gonna try to do
I think worth running and grabbing it.
I was gonna try to do the peak grab thing there, but it's really hard for me to do it. Like, I don't have the best setup to be able to spam the E button quickly. So I'm just gonna take a long way around. We'll waste a few seconds. Honestly, it's no.
Yeah, but we'll show off this tech later because we do need this for mission 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nico, since he doesn't have E-bound or scroll wheel because he's using it for crouch instead, so crouch clipping works at all. It makes that clip he was attempting there so much harder. But if you do it in a one cycle, you can grab that med kit and get back out before this tram door opens. And so it's a really nice free med kit that we can get in our runs.
Like I never really do much of those those brace clips or anything like that. So it was a lot to relearn in a short space of time. Regardless, showing off what the style is going to be like very soon anyway, so it's fine.
Right. It'll look. We'll do this a bit later.
Yeah.
But yeah, this begins mission 5. So now we finally reunited with Samuels and Taylor. If we're really lucky, we'll get Samuels to dance. Will he dance? Will the Easter egg?
No, Sag.
No, that's okay. It's really, really rare. A small Easter egg of the game, kind of a part of the lore, and maybe I'm distracting too much, so feel free to talk over me if there's something more important. But part of the lore is the androids, nice script from the outside, that's great. They do that little like dance in place thing to keep their joints loose as per the canon. And so the androids, any android on Android labeled NPC in this game has the chance of doing that when you first see them. And so Samuels, a part of the lore is that Samuels is a synthetic. So Samuels does have a small chance to do the dance as you load into mission 5 in front of Taylor, who is dying.
Also, if you don't run through those boxes,
absolutely the funniest caveat.
If you don't run through those boxes, it's not a blessed run. Seriously, anyway. I don't know why I had to point that one out there. What has it got to do with the story? Nothing. So yeah, the story brief at the moment is that we need to get some like a trauma kit, like a medical kit for Taylor. You saw them on the floor. They were basically asking for our help, and we were just running past them because we already know what's up. We know that they're not doing too well. So we're on our way to go to sort of like a medical area, but as a common theme for many horror games, am I right? Which is, that was a nice thing there, by the way.
There's always something that goes wrong.
Yeah. And it's also the case that like the direction that you'd like to go is blocked off, so you have to find an alternative route. This is a lot of Resident Evil much, am I right?
Right.
There we go, good. If you saw me fall down there for a second as well, I was also holding P because I fell down. That also cancelled out the animation of us like kind of like landing on our body and we have to kind of stand back up. We just completely skipped that, so we can just run immediately. Now, this door is a pain, by the way, so here's hoping that we get through.
Oh, you got it. While Nico's clipping that door, we should have mentioned as well, when I said he had a nice clip, he got it from the outside, he grabbed the blueprint for the V3 pipe bomb. That was an oversight in the geometry of the level. You're not supposed to be able to grab that until mission 15. So what that means is on mission 14, we now have the strongest version of the pipe bomb, which will really help us with the androids.
Yeah, this door's going to be a nightmare. There we go, finally.
Oh, and you just got it. I was just about to say, man, maybe just got it. The
moment that you chastise the door, the more that it behaves at that moment. Am I right?
I always speak a split second too soon. So mission 5 is cool, by the way. Again, they like to introduce topics one at a time or new features of the game. So yeah. What we just did there was breaker camera out of Steve dropping. So this is the first mission where you get to interact with roaming Steve. Now, Nico had to go into that room in the first place to grab the code because this game does not let you enter codes until you've seen the code, even though the code's always the same. So speedrunners, we have every code in the game memorized anyway, but we have to go to the code to be able to enter it.
So we have to go into this room because he's got a key card for us to actually help us to get through the rest of this area, and we can go back into Coleman. Now that we've kind of like opened up the way for Coleman, he's kind of like, right, you've scratched your back. You scratched my back. I'm going to scratch yours for once. Thank goodness. But it doesn't go too well again, as per the course of the game, as Dre mentioned, that this game doesn't like things don't go right all the time, do they? So you'll find out very soon. You'll find out.
Right, but at least it's not right for us. So, you know, I mean, that's a spoiler, right? But we're going to skip over. One tragic part of speedrunning game is you do miss a lot of the favorite parts, like what Coolman's strategy is. As it turns out, Coolman's not a very cool guy. Nah. They really gaslighted us with that name. You know, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. It's the best part about this game.
Come on, man. All right, so Coolman's going to come out. He's going to try to open up the door for us to actually get down towards the area that will have the trauma kit. You won't be able to see it because I'm just going to be cruising through right now. But essentially, Xenomorph drops behind Coolman, and he becomes Hot Blood Man, basically. So I was trying to say he's not going to become Hot Man because he's dead.
Hot Man. I like Hot Man.
It's the next Mega Man.
Am I right? For a while.
All right.
Like
Fun fact for Chapter 5: we're not doing it. We're going completely up way.
Yes, I watched you do this, and I already got bamboozled. So yeah, the actual route for Mission 6 is very crazy hamburger, especially if you're used to the no CC route. Instead of doing any of the intended route, the Mission 5, Mission 6 area, this is all part of medical, all part of saving Taylor. So literally, it takes us 3 missions to save Taylor. It's all interconnected, and so all these elevators do link together. You're just not supposed to be able to get through them until much later in the game, because this game really tastefully reuses this area in Mission 15, as well as Mission 12, if I remember. Yeah. Kind of. Not the medical part, but like this corner of Sebastopol. But yeah, so anyway, what we're able to do is clip through some of these elevators and do a completely back up, like, completely avoid a lot of the main area here.
The nice thing about the first door...
go ahead.
Yeah, the nice thing about the first door that you saw me go, ooh, you can get stuck in the middle, and if you get stuck, that's a reset. So, the matter of fact, I got it first try. I am very, very satisfied. So, feels good, man.
Yeah, that was really clean. So now we're already in this area. This would have been another, 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, around that.
If you did no CC to get here.
Because, like, you have to also avoid the Xenomorph. You have to do some really, like, careful, like, ducking around, the dodging, duck dive, dip dog. You know that dodgeball pro. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's a really convenient route.
It's kind of a nerve-wracking area. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you failed the setup and the strategies and all the cues they have to do for it, the Xenomorph can really just chomp at you. You really don't want that. So this is why I like CC. We completely avoid it. Easy peasy. All right. So now that we've done this, we're going to be making our way over towards trying to get to the alternative route again. The alternative route is going to be a very interesting situation. You'll find out very soon. Now, the nice thing about this is that we can go through this door here, which is going to be the quickest way around to get towards the next kind of escape path. And
it's not even fair, man.
Yeah, I
you skip so much level just by jumping through those doors.
This is why I love crouch clipping so much. Also,
by the way, headphone users be warned for this section.
Loud noise warning here, by the way.
That's not the loudest part right there.
No, at all. But Graceful Xenomorph is here to destroy us. But thankfully, there's some explosives behind us. Just some random explosives, How you do?
Just casually.
Now, here's the fun thing about the CC only route. Normally, for like no CC
don't forget your med kit.
And other bits, you have to go up the ladder and all the way around. Don't have to worry about it. You can just go.
Med kit.
I don't know why I just stood up there. Just go through this door here, towards the service elevator. Through you go, super free, just like paper, and through you go. Easy clap.
Just skip the med kit.
Yeah, I know. I skipped the med kit at the save load. It's fine. Oh, and the floor as well. Whoopsie daisy. I completely forgot about it.
The floor is lava. Wait, no.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm a
But yeah, that begins Mission 7 for the freest Mission 6 known to man. So Mission 7 is, I don't want to say contested like it's a hot topic, but it's a very crazy hamburger mission here in Alien because there are so many different strategies. Every single. Well, my goal was to say it once per mission, but I forgot it in Mission 3, so I might have to make up for it. Mission
letting down the team, man.
I know. I'm slacking. Cookie's gonna be so disappointed in me.
So what we're doing here is trying to.
Almost.
Do you want to explain? Or?
Go ahead. Explain what's going on.
Simple terms: fixing the elevator to get back to Samuels and Taylor and to wait. And there's some fun that's going to happen in the meantime of it all. So here we go. We're going to take a little bit of focus now.
Yeah. Good pattern.
We hang here for a second. He's going to go behind us. We're going to continue to silent run for a little bit. No.
Oh no! Seriously?
Okay.
Are you gonna send it anyway? He's gonna send it anyway. All right, backup strategy. So yeah, Mission 7 has a different strategy for every single category and difficulty of this game, pretty much. And even some categories have multiple strategies, some safer strategies, some if you get the wrong RNG strategy. And so what he was trying to do there's a special trigger that if you get past the humans without being detected at all, Steve will come by and clean them up for you, which makes the exit free if you don't need them to open this door for you, which, as you can see, Nico does not need them to open the door for us. But, unfortunately, he was detected right on the way out. Might have been just one misstep on the cycle running, something as simple as that. They detected him, and so now he's got to deal with them on the way out. And they all have Oh, we didn't talk about the revolvers.
True.
So, Nightmare Mode. They ramp up, I mean, it's kind of realistic, it can be too mad, but they ramp up the damage. So revolvers are basically just a death sentence. Like, they will either do, like, I think 50 to 90% of your health, or literally one-shot you if you get headshot effectively. So revolvers are very, very deadly, especially when more than one human has them, because they never run out of ammo, the AI. Yeah, so it's a bit of a precarious situation here.
Okay, I'm gonna go around this way. Gonna play it safe.
That'll work.
Playing it super safe right now. It's probably not an intended way at all. I don't even know where the hell I'm going, but I'm gonna try to go down one of the ladders if I can find it. Yeah, this one here.
Yep, that's the one. I don't know if they'll see it. I'm hoping they won't. Oh, maybe.
Why am I going this way?
Is you're on the backside. Yeah, that's...
Wait. I think I just got through it.
Yeah, you might have clutched it. Legendary.
All right.
The nice thing is, humans are a good bait for Steve, if you're unsure about that being safe.
Ah, that's a backup I've never done.
All right.
And it worked out really well, actually. All right, we can get through this door as well. Screw it. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
That elevator. Are you gonna ladder flex?
Oh god, I don't know how to do ladder flex. Let's see.
Okay. It says 0.7 seconds if done perfectly. Nah. Oh, basically, you can grab the top of the ladder from the bottom, and so it does the animation like you're gonna climb down the ladder. It's a tiny save, but again, is really cool.
Like, legit, my heart is beating.
Because it's so extra.
Because when we did that in practice, it did not go well. And we basically had to retry up until a point where, you know, the Xenomorph did drop on the humans, and then we got through it. So the matter of fact that I kind of, like, on the spot decided to try a new strat, everything worked out fine. We did lose some time against what would be like my prior PB. I've got the live split open at the same time, but I don't care. I'm happy that I'm alive right now.
We're really pushing for PBs. By the way, we never mentioned the hacks. You might notice on these minigames, Nico is entering those codes so fast, and it seems really crazy hamburger. But in reality, what us speedrunners do is all of the symbols in the bottom. So the eight options you have to click on down there, they all are always the same symbol in the same spot every time. And so what we're able to do is memorize the position of those, just with practice over time. It's not too wild of a strat. It comes pretty naturally, I promise. And then basically when you see the code, you're able to just read the code off the top and enter it in because you know exactly where the symbols are.
Mm-hmm. So the kind of the goal at the moment is that Marshall Waste is kind of tasked us to fixing the transit system. And of course, like, you know, everybody's asking us to do anything. They never do anything themselves. We are the chosen one. So, fun little fact here is that, like, what we just did there to call the elevator early before the brace, that is actually a major glitch. So, it's kind of a point that you don't do that in a major glitch because that will invalidate your run. Right.
It counts as a clip or something silly. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Checking the loot for sure. Oh, you got the smoke bomb. Heck yeah. I'd bind that bad boy right away.
Yes. 7. Okay, good.
Or unless you could, if you want to use on a mission 10 for that fast wait strat, I guess you could save it then and use the flare. Your call. Totally your call. We have options here. We have had some recent new tech in Aliens, so some of our showcases aren't quite as up to date as they should be. Is our guilty truth.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a flare put down, so that will be fine anyway.
Okay.
Wait for a second. We want the human to kind of come through a little bit to the left side, so that the android would then start to go over towards the human. And then we're gonna be doing something called a plant clip. Let's see if this works. I've been getting it good in practice, but we'll see if it all flies well.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! Second time?
Come on.
Oh, no, it might be a reload.
That's a reload. Okay.
Oh,
It
bummer.
happens. It happens. Like, it's all about the frame timing of, like, you know when you see that little prompt where it says, press E to do the thing? That's when you have to do it. And you literally, if you don't bind the the mouse button to the wheel, it is precise timing. So,
Yeah, this one's a lot trickier.
So,
If you aren't able to bind use to E.
while we're making our way back over to that point, do you mind if I give in a quick announcement?
yeah, absolutely.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, so GDQ Hotfix is proud to present its first Asian American and Pacific Islander American Heritage Month celebration. You can join us on May 18th and 19th for 2 full days of showcases, speedruns, and celebrating AAPI heritage. Submissions are currently open until April 21st, and the schedule will be coming. I guess they're closed now. But the schedule will be coming out April 29th. So you can use !AAPI in chat to get more information and how to submit in the future.
Qualcuno l'ha staccato.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Sounds
Ed.
awesome.
All right, let's see if we can get it going good this time, shall we?
You got this, you got this. I'm able to watch the missed attempts again on my left as the stream's going. It's Yeah, so the plane clip is a tricky one, especially if you don't have the
Whoopsie-daisy.
thing. Oh, that's the revolver right there. Hopefully the droid grabs him. I think looks like you might be all right. Okay, yeah.
Orders. Okay, cool.
Health is low, knees are weak.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what? So basically, we're trying to
There we
skip
go.
cutting this panel. There it is, very nice. Because it's about a minute to cut off the panel with the first torch, which is really, really slow. But what we're able to do is, if you set the flare down, and most items you can plant. That's what's called a plant clip. When you look up, your head is just barely inside of that panel enough where you're able to grab the climb into vent prompt, even though the panel is still on the vent. That is the nature by which the point clips work, but there's some funny business sometimes.
Yeah. And again, like I am doing like all manual inputs as well, so it is not easy. It's not easy. Even getting it with like just, manual inputting, it says, I remember this time,
Oh, yeah, I forgot to remind you this time.
I did it off my own
That's good.
accord.
Yeah, there's a bunch of humans with revolvers up there. And it's a really interesting thing. It feels like a total cheese trap where all you have to do is shoot the stairs and they will never come down. And it seems like a goof, but at the same time, I mean, if I was thinking about going down some stairs and then someone shot the stairs I was going to go down, I probably would no longer want to go down those stairs. I mean, it's like kind of realistic, but it feels like such a free way to finish this mission out, but...
Well, at least we're getting towards a point of near the end of mission 8, going towards the ever-loving mission of mission 9, where it's the slowest mission of them all. Mission 9 is
Yeah, we're closing in.
is an alien lover's favorite mission. For speedrunners, it's the hated mission of them all, apart from mission 16-ish, half of it.
It's, yeah, as I like to call it, it's like effectively the auto-scroller level,
Yeah.
where you basically hold W and press E a couple times. And that's
Literally, yeah.
the extent of the speedrun.
It's fun because like you do get to see a lot of like the fun lore that relates to like most of the movies and stuff like that, and like it's cool. I think, Dre, there should be some good notes in our notes Google Doc about it as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you'll have some good ample time to talk about lore points. I'm gonna risk. I don't know if I should risk it for a toilet break in a second. We got a moment where we're kind of talking about Marlowe and stuff. I might just quickly dash to the toilets to relieve myself. We'll see.
If you can if you can survive to the winch too, that's another grand opportunity.
True. I think the winch is
One of the things, so
slower.
this is a long run.
Yeah.
The winch winch you have a full like 58 seconds. I remember.
Come state?
Okay, so let's do this now. I'm gonna get to the point of getting the stuff. Right. 1 second.
Ok.
Alright. I can entertain in the meantime. Fear not, my friends, fear not. So you see where Nico's sitting right there. There's a little piece of trash we use in the ground as our lineup. And so right now we have to talk to Waits, who was telling us, Waits, we met at the start of Mission 8, and I was distracted talking about something with crazy hamburgers, I bet for sure, and I don't remember what it was at this rate. But yeah, so Waits is the guy who set up the trap in Mission 6. He was all mad that we set it off. I'm like, dude, we're trying to survive here. But anyway, he's going to talk to us about Marlowe. Looks like we are having a bit of a time loss. The objective just updated, but
All good.
Sometimes the bathroom does call.
That it does.
but
right now, I could say something as well. For anyone,
go for it. Yeah.
For anyone watching here on Twitch, if you do miss out on any shows, events, or anything like that, you can always check out the VODs GDQ Hotfix on youtube.com/gamesdonequick.
Time.
As well, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe button. You know, it's always fun stuff. If you're watching it, I don't know, tell me your favorite alien. I don't know.
There we go.
There.
My favorite's Steve.
You know what?
My
Mine's
favorite's
also
Jeff.
Steve.
I'm not biased. I'm totally not biased.
Wait, do you say your favorite?
By the way,
Jeff?
maybe it's a spoiler, but all of them we call Steve.
It really isn't a wrong answer.
Yeah, exactly. How long was I late for that?
Oh, like 20, 30 seconds. Nothing too bad.
I wash my hands. It's fine. It's fine. I wash my hands. It's fine.
That's a skip we don't encourage here, so I'm happy. Thank you.
The wash hand skip. But yeah, this is a long enough run where we do have to know, we do have written down, here's the best opportunity for bathroom break. So mission 15 is our best bathroom break. The end of mission 9 here, which we've just started, has another really good bathroom break, but every so often, there's some dialogue we have to wait through that can be, if you're really speedy, could also work as well. But yeah, so mission 9, auto-scroller mission. This is the first mission where we no longer play as Ripley. It's the only mission where we don't play as Ripley in the main game here. We're playing as Marlowe instead. So, as part of the major Sevastopol lore, and Nico, feel free to interrupt anywhere. I'll just spew lore because we have about 10 minutes of just hanging out.
I'm trying to think if there's anything important to say. Go slow. That's it. Just go slow.
Yeah, you can't run, right? It's it's atmospherically awesome.
Oh yeah. No,
but
this is one of the most,
once you've seen it 100
times.
times. Yeah, once you've seen it 100 times, it's like, please let me run. I'm desperate. We have found no time saves for this mission beyond some of the basic things like kind of manipulating positions of basically stuff that's all RNG, right? So the time save is knowing where to go and getting lucky. But,
See, the only way that you can go fast
go
on
ahead.
this is CC plus FPS. There's a way that you can toggle the frame rate down to actually go behind some what is kind of like paper terrain, if that makes sense. And
yeah, and we'll show off some CC FPS later on too.
maybe only if the run
time
goes
permitting.
well. You spoiled the surprise. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a surprise. I'm so sorry. Well, TLDR, the game gets really wonky with the frame rate. The physics engine does not like the frame rate changing up on us.
Oh, by the way, touch the mushroom rock for good luck, and that's it. It kind of actually does help to get heist over a little bit closer if you do touch the mushroom rock, I think.
All part of that. Yeah, you walk in that corner to trigger the objective. So it's all part of the knowing where to go, part of going fast, right?
By the way,
now we have to wait for a dude to lift us up.
Who's going to be watching the Alien movies for Alien Day? Type 1 in the chat if that is your intention. I am very tempted to just take the full day off and just back to back watch all.
That would be awesome. I wish I could spare the time for that.
I do have good news for both of you, and I guess just Alien fans in chat. I believe it's August, I think. Alien Romulus is coming out.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see that. Oh, I'm so hyped. The trailer for that looks amazing.
Yep, newest Alien movie should be pretty awesome when that does come out.
You won't believe the levels of hype when I saw that trailer drop on Twitter for, I think it was 20th Century Fox's Twitter account. I was just...
let me look at the exact date really quick.
Yeah, please do, please do.
And then as well, I can say really quick for another one of the plugs here that, if you're watching Games Done Quick, any subs, Prime Gaming, gift subs, or bits do help support the GDQ Hotfix. It's the PBS with support from viewers like you.
August 16th,
also,
Richard said. Nice.
August 16th. Alien Romulus.
So hype.
Responding to a question in chat, does anything ever change in this section? If you're really, really lucky, you'll soft lock and you have to reset.
Actually, there is the rarest of rarest situations that can happen here. Once the explosion happens, sometimes it's only happened to the smallest amount of runners. Myself, I can't remember who else it was. I think it's 1 or 2 other people. The human can just run in space and it will save 10-15 seconds here. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot to press the mouse buttons. Oh God, I lost time.
That's the curse of this mission. It's so easy to turn your brain off that you lose time to forgetting to play the level.
But yeah, it's so
We're
funny.
so used to such tension,
I
especially like the upcoming mission.
I
Go ahead.
I remember my clip so vividly, like, because it was the first time that I've ever seen it, and I had like a really like high quality condenser mic. So obviously I kind of tuned it to be like at a talking volume, and I got so shocked that I screamed into the condenser, and I like it just obliterated my mic because of how hype I was. I have not seen it replicated since. It is such a rare bug, and I don't know what causes it. I wish we could find a way to replicate it. I genuinely do, but it is just irreparable. I'm not even repairable. It's just like non-replicatable, basically. If you get it, you are literally blessed, basically.
Yeah, I've never had it myself. Every so often in this game, the AI just kind of breaks, like with humans or the alien. I don't think we've really had any discoveries on exactly why or when or how, but it seems like Mission 9 is one of the places where where like it's most obvious, because we're so used to exactly what they're supposed to do.
So now we're going to be entering towards the where the beacon. So basically, another reason why they're here as well. And I might have said that a little bit if you didn't mention it or not. There's a beacon signal that is happening inside of this spacecraft here. So we're obviously being tasked to go find it and figure out what is causing the beacon signal. And of course, it's alien lives and alien.
I can step back and explain some more of the preceding lore,
Yeah.
if you'd like.
Please do.
Sure. So, in the lore of Alien Isolation, right? When we're usually playing as Ripley, we were kind of what was shown in Mission 1, Mission 2. We were brought onto the station as part of just they recovered something. A ship recovered something that had a flight recorder that happened to be the flight recorder of the Nostromo, right? Amanda's Ripley's mother, and she never knew what happened to her mother thanks to the company, and so. That's how she got convinced to come on this trip, is because she might be able to see that flight recorder. The ship that picked up the flight recorder here was the Anisador, led by Marlowe and his crew of Foster, Meeks, and Heist. And so this is now a flashback of before they went to Sevastopol. They were exploring, I forget what I think for salvage profits. They were exploring this planet. I really don't remember which planet this is, so I hope nobody will hit me too much for it. But they were exploring this planet because they detected this distress signal that Nico's getting close to turning off here. And so they detect the signal to explore the planet.
Fun fact, this planet that we're on is called LV-426. I wonder where the 426 sounds familiar, am I right?
Oh, this one's 426. Okay, I should have known, but admittedly, I totally
You're
forgot.
fine. I saw the other notes that we have that actually says, you play as Marlowe on LV-426 and learn about how the Xeno got onto Sevastopol. Activate the distress beacon, retract the winch, and head to the alien nest.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I thought it was one of the ships. I forgot entirely.
The ship is called a derelict. And
it's
this
also,
room here is
right?
this guy here is the navigator. So that's
navigator.
another alien lore thing for you there. Cool.
He's just chilling, man. This is the good stuff here.
It's chilling like a villain, man.
We were joking about that earlier.
Oh, so good. Will this be on the final? Yes. Get your note, pen, and pan out. It's time for the alien quiz.
Pop quiz.
What is the name?
What is the name of the guy?
Did we both go with the exact same kind of mentality there?
I think we were doing a slightly different one, but that was close enough that. I was like, what is the name of the guy wearing the
we both have
yellow
a similar
suit?
brain. It's so good.
We are literally synchronized. We are one brain cell shared by two bodies.
So 50-50. Okay, got it. Cool. I don't even know, man. I love this. So what's going to be happening now is that we're waiting for Heist to give us yet another heist. Now his RNG was very good this time. He could just wander off a lot for no reason, if you know what I mean. And
yeah, if he gets to where he's supposed to be before the dialogue finishes, he wanders off.
Yeah.
So we need him to be slower than usual, which depends on the RNG of his pathing leading up to this.
So he was
And
very
it's-
close. He gave us a good lift up. He's a friendly gentleman. A very distinguished gentleman, to say the least. I mean, he's probably going to die soon, but anyway. It's a little bit morbid, okay.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, this is the stress beacon coming up that we came to turn off, and then as he's turning on the beacon, the crew finds some stuff, some really crazy hamburger-looking eggs.
I was waiting for
that they
it.
decide to explore. You know, and that kind of begins. If you know anything about the aliens and the eggs and our favorite little friends, the facehuggers, kind of begins the rest of the lore, right? So. Foster gets grabbed. I'm explaining this now because we skipped the cutscene where it shows. But Foster, Marlowe's wife, gets grabbed by the facehugger. So, of course, in panic, we got to find her medical attention right away. So Marlowe takes her to the nearest space station, Sevastopol. And then when you're in Mission 6, right, if you end up casually playing, you see that dialogue of Lingard, Dr. Lingard talking about basically Patient Zero, some unknown stuff going on. I don't know what's wrong with her. That is Foster she's talking about.
You know. Also, thank you, J.H. Ramsey, for the clarification. That wasn't heist here, that was meats. So Marlowe tells Heist and Foster to check out the cavern right before we get boosted. Thank you very much, appreciate it. I don't know my lore, absolutely, 100%.
Oh yeah, that was literally gonna be, that was my pop quiz question. What's the name of the guy in yellow?
Okay then, so we're just basically going over to this winch that gets set up whilst we're going to the beacon. They set up a record time, by the way, so all is good. All we need to do now is just kind of like go towards the right of it and press E around the same time, making sure that you're looking down towards it, and then you'll get warped over to it. Then you can have some nice elevator music, you know, just thumbs up.
Yep, so this is the beginning of, again, bathroom break, opportunity number 1 for sure. We get about a minute before we go all the way down this winch to pop up. But I mean, again, it's a really cool visual. And I wrote in my notes here, it's like a really good halfway mark of the run.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
After this is mission 10. So it goes from the most laid back, turn off your brain ever to one of the most stressful, easy to lose your run missions immediately after.
Mission 10 is a good time. Is it really? It kind of is. If it goes well, it definitely is. So, Mission 10 is kind of split up into 3 parts. Technically, it's 4 because you have the bit before the main 3 happen, but I don't count it. That's just a prelim. So, these next 3 sections are pretty damn tough. On the CC, the crouch clipping all missions route, it is a little bit easier than the no clipping or the no major glitches. We get to avoid the majority of meeting the xenomorph in the first part of Mission 10.
By the way, do you know the smoke bomb strat here?
No.
Okay, make a smoke bomb real quickly and throw it at weights. It's a 30-second time save.
Is it?
Yeah, seriously.
now.
Yeah, right now. So when it blows up, it makes him stand up. It doesn't do any damage to him. And so he'll go open the door for the flamethrower way earlier than he's supposed to. This is one of our newer pieces of tech. Like I was starting to mention in Mission 8, we have some new finds recently that haven't quite made their way into most of the mainstream runs yet, but this is one of them. It's about a 30-second time save.
Sick.
If you have the smoke bomb to spare.
That was very nice. Cool, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, it's so free, isn't it? It's so cool.
Surprisingly free. Shockingly free.
It's
hot and smoking kind
so
of
free you could choke on the smoke.
Excuse me.
Wait, and that was okay. Literally that right there. Well, okay, it was partially because of the smoke bomb. We startled them all. But like the weird behavior like that, sometimes they can enter that startled state unexpectedly, which is like what you saw in Mission 9, where Heist was able to run. Not this time, but what we were talking about earlier, where Heist ran because he entered a startled state, even though he's not supposed to be able to. There's all kinds of weird things going on.
Obviously, doing a smoke bomb strat, I've never seen the reaction to the humans. That just caught me off guard there. Amazing. Oh.
I kind of forgot they do that too, to be honest. I have not done a full run with smoke bomb strat yet.
Well, at least, yeah, as everyone's saying in chat as well, it's always fun to see like new strats being learned live. So thank you, Dre, for teaching that to us as well. Very cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, what better time to run than a marathon?
Yeah.
Or sorry, to learn than while doing a marathon.
Absolutely. Like, you didn't even tell me during practice as well, so you saved this until we were doing this properly live.
I didn't mention it because you didn't have the blueprint for the smoke bomb.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, actually. Fair enough. Right.
I'm just gonna add confusion, aren't I?
Nah, you're fine. Let's start making a pipe bomb. Just getting some stuff out of the way. I haven't really used my loot in a while, so again, as I mentioned way earlier on, it's better to try to keep using your resources to actually kind of make things, because you never know when you might need a spare medkit. You never know when you might need a spare pipe bomb, whatever it is. So even with the limited loot that you are getting, it's better to like start crafting, basically. Okay.
I will fully admit. I mean, this is probably opinionated, but one of the hardest parts about the run to me is loot strat. Like seriously, like when should I loot? How much loot should I look for? What should I make with the loot that I get? Because sometimes some runs you're able to make some items where other runs you can't. And so yeah, to figure out what you should make when is I still haven't mastered it. I still have no idea.
Right. So plans of action. We are trying to. The goal of the mission now is to try to trap the alien and remove the threat from the space station. We're trying to be in collaboration with Waits to actually, you know, kind of work with him again to see what we can do to assist him in the removal of the xenomorph. Well, we think it's xenomorph. I'll leave it at that, by the way.
I'm like, Nico, it's not mission 3 completely. I watched you do this earlier and I forgot this is the route already.
That was the loudest scream I think I've ever heard from. You like that, by the way? Amanda just yelled so hard. I've never heard that scream before either. Huh.
Oh, there's a fun. It's not. I don't think it's Easter egg because I don't think it's intentional. But there's Scary Door in this mission.
Oh yeah.
I love Scary Door.
It's just so funny. I've never heard.
Maybe if we really have extra time, we have to show off Scary Door.
We'll see what we can do. Okay, so the reason that we're going down this way is that this is like where we're supposed to end up in a normal NMG run, but we can get to this area a lot quicker. So we are going to try to manipulate the RNG of the xenomorph to kind of like aim around this way so that we can head out without any threats. I'm going to start like pressing the button probably around here-ish. Try to get across the xenomorph there. I think it's just under here. And aim towards where we just came from. Currently it's boarded up with a shutter, so we got to wait for that shutter to release before we can then perhaps click back through the door and then make our way over to Gemini. That's the correct one, isn't it, right?
Yeah, Gemini's up next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this shutter, unfortunately, is too thick to clip in CC only. So we just have to hang out. This is literally just what we would do in all the other categories too, is just hang out here until the shutter opens.
Yeah.
There's about 8 more beeps as soon as that dialogue ends. I always count it.
I have never counted it. I didn't even realize that was a thing that you could count with.
Oh yeah, so as soon as she says, I don't have more time, you get boop boop boop, and then 7 more boops after that one.
Uh-oh.
And then as soon as that 7th boop is done, then they open. So this is a bit of a precarious clip. Oh wait, no, we sent it.
Oh, the xenomorph was
so
just
clean.
around the corner.
That's precarious because Steve can drop right there, and it can be a spicy one for sure.
Oh, scary!
Yeah,
I'm
so
going up.
basically, Nico, this is the gigantic route shortening compared to no CC. Like being able to skip to that vent right there skips so much of the Lorenz portion of mission 10 here. I keep forgetting you have to actually activate an objective over here though, in order to get the elevator to open.
Yeah, it's so weird, but like you have to go over there. That way, this door opens here. When you saw us, we're going past. This door was closed. Just go down, go back. Simple, easy.
Yeah.
I love the
Now,
fact that
Gemini is really cool as well. There's another gigantic skip in Gemini that works in CC only and no CC because it's a brace clip instead.
Fingers crossed that it
where
works
you
this
skip
time.
most of mission 10 here. Literally the reason we're gonna spend the most time in mission 10 is so Nico can run all the way and grab the tier 2 plasma torch so we don't soft lock Lee.
Now this brace clip is a little bit freer than the other one we tried to get the med kit from. But it's still kind of dicey. It's still very, very dicey. So we're hoping that we get it. Fingers crossed, as I mentioned. I'm going to be focusing.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be first try. It's going to look like there's no door there.
I'm going to focus up for a second. So bear with me whilst I try to
good.
get this.
My stomach's hurting a bit, so I'm going to mute and snack on some salt.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. Sounds good. All right. Come on, brace clip. Behave. Or being British for a second. Oh, behave. Seriously. Behave. Yes! Oh, finally! I got it. That was fast for me. That was really, really fast. I'm so happy. That is so hard to pull off, especially without the squirrel wheel. Oh, on a good run as well. Let's go. Let's go. Good timing for the raiding friends. Hello, raiders. Welcome on into the stream. You saw me pull up a hard strat there. Oh, no way! I'm so sad! We gotta redo it. We gotta redo it. No way! I have never seen that before. Okay, here we go. That's never happened before. I was hoping that the Xenomorph wouldn't join us in time, but they did. Well then.
That hurt so much. It was such a clean clip. I was already to celebrate. And then Steve grabs you in the elevator, man.
Tis the nature of the beast.
That's not in the intended strat, unfortunately.
That was funny. Oh, well, yeah, I'd say, as Smooth Operator says, now we'll see if I can do it again. Here's hope.
Right, exactly. Oh,
well,
yes, bad. I forgot to warn you. He, if you have to reload Gemini, he's active a little sooner. You'll probably want to cycle run to the torch.
Yay. I learn about things all the time during these tough situations. Here we go.
So I only learned that when I tried to start running NMG.
Fair enough. Well, at least you'll have got to see me pull off the brace clip, you know, easy. But everything else is now just being a bit more of a pain. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Steve wanted to see the clip again. Absolutely, absolutely.
He's sad that we're gonna speedrun the run so fast. He wants more screen time.
He's
just like me. He's, you know,
I hear some
loves the attention. Yeah. I'll let you focus.
Like, I'm listening about for the Xenomorph. I can hear some rattling and stuff, so I don't want to risk you for the chocolate biscuit.
Oh no! When I put chocolate on the biscuit,
that was faster than last time.
That was so smooth, though, man. That was good stuff right there.
What the hell was happening? I'm actually getting good in a video game. Going fast?
Overcome the skill issue only when everyone's watching. I see how it is. It's all part of a secret ploy, isn't it?
Sure. Oh, yeah. Either way, that was good. Again, full manual inputting without a scroll wheel. That was awesome.
Heck yeah, dude. Seriously, that was a really good one. It's a weird clip that starts to get really easy as soon as you get the muscle memory, but it is a pain to get that muscle memory.
At least we're passing through. We're getting towards the KG area. KG, what's the numbers for KG?
Yeah, KG-348.
That's the one.
So KG-348 is the gas giant around which Sevastopol orbits. And so this is supposed to be a lab because they were curious if they could mine resources off of the gas giant, right? Because it's all about, the company is all about that money.
Mm-hmm. Holla for that dollar, baby. But here's another thing.
But yeah, so this door right here, we can't crouch clip, which is why we had to grab the torch earlier. Otherwise, we're soft locked.
So here's the thing as well, because this is also detachable. This is where like the end result of Wait's wanting us to be in is that if we can detach the KG-348 away from from society and people and the threats for everybody else, then we can live in Sevastopol scot-free from that point onwards, right? Surely everything will be fine. Surely.
Yeah, surely.
Also,
it's a horror game. Nothing goes wrong in horror games.
I want to comment on one thing as well. You see me occasionally stopping as I'm turning. If you turn around whilst you're holding up and right and doing the silent run or the cycle running.
Dropping that save. Yeah, this is a really good safety save spot though, because KG is kind of a long one, and lots of things can go wrong.
I'll just reload. It's fine.
Oh! I looked away.
By just reloading. I was just so scared. I was like, nope, I'm not handling this one. It's fine. Oh, I have never silent reloaded it like that in a long time. God damn it.
No, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, it's better than accepting. It's better than looking not cool by letting Steve.
Exactly.
Not that happened in this mission earlier, or anything.
I won't lie, my heart just stopped for about 2 seconds there. Thank goodness.
Oh yeah, no, KG's a stressful one. Again, this is a tricky part of the run, especially doing energy. I need to take my heart pills for NMG
Look,
KG348.
It was just the way that he was like slowly walking up the stairs, just like, oh hi Nico. I'm like,
Hey, what's up, bud?
no, I'm just like frozen solid, like about to like cry myself to sleep or something like that. It's fine. Reload, nothing happened.
The deer in headlights moment right there.
Exactly. Oh, right. So we've
I done something wrong.
Let's talk about what just happened. Who would know that
Yeah.
Wait would have betrayed us? Well, it just happened. Wait just betrayed us. So because we are technically also a threat to Wait, and we kind of like know more about the whole situation than should be let on, he's trying to get rid of evidence. We are the evidence. Keepers of the sacred realm of the Xenomorph knowledge. So it's time to get rid of us as well. We don't like that. So
No one knows we're just really good bait because Steve loves to follow us around more so than everyone else, which seems like a horror game trope, except that the NPCs realize it, which may or may not break the fourth wall. I don't know, but yeah, Waits is like, yeah, how about you be the bait, but I'm not gonna tell you you're the bait.
So here's the thing, we're kind of waiting for this airlock to to pressurize so that we can actually get our way out of Dodge. If we get lucky whilst we're in the airlock, we can actually make our way back into Sebastopol. Like, Xenomorph, you right over there? All right, it's fine. As long as you get into the door, you're safe. And you can
As
start
soon as that cutscene starts, you're good.
yeah. So we did lose a bit of time. That is fine. Who cares? We made it through mission 10. It's a tough mission. The brace clip
Yeah, that's
and the Xenomorph being unfair right at the end of Gemini was such a pain. But at least got to show you how brace clip was. Twice as nice. It's all chill. Onwards we go towards
yeah. That was
mission
still a
11.
pretty clean mission 10. There's a lot of moving parts in that one.
Yeah.
Each part has its own. Each section has its own set of things to worry about. Doesn't matter what category you're running. There's something that can go wrong in mission 10.
Oh, for real. So with mission 11, now that we have got ourselves back onto Sebastopol, we're trying to go and have some stern words with Waits because he betrayed us. We're pretty angry. Who wouldn't want to have like fisticuffs with Waits at this point? Am I right?
Conveniently, we flew, through space back onto the tower of Sevastopol that Waits is on already. Sevastopol is composed of 3 major towers. I feel like that's an extra detail that we neglect in terms of the topography of it. So this is the Solomon side of things. This is the same tower we use in Mission 2 and Mission 17. As well as, of course, Mission 8, second half. Yeah, Mission 8, Mission 11 here. And Waits is here. Waits is in Solomon's. That's where the Marshall Bureau is.
Also, we shoot the door for good luck because inside of there's sometimes either 1 android, 2 android, 1 android and 2 humans, or sometimes nothing. All right, so we got 2 androids. That takes a 2-step pull. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh, no, so much for the 2-step. He's all about that 3-step.
He's all about that bass, no treble. God, that's an old reference. God damn it. Why am I pulling out this?
I know that one at least.
He almost joined us in the elevator. I would have had to waste so much ammo at that point. I'm so glad he didn't.
Yes. So that's a caveat with this. The reason the androids are not the worst. The humans are. Because, right, they have the revolvers, which are just certain death and nightmares. Fortunately, they're pretty rare. But, yeah, the androids will try to fall into the elevator, and then the game will, I don't know if it counts as a soft lock or not. It's like a squishy lock or something, like a tier below. But the game will not let you load the next level while the android's in the elevator, so you have to take out the android first. Oh, right, sorry, we gotta focus here. I forget about Mission 11. Oh, chilling! Chill. So that shot is like probably the easiest crouch clip in the entire game right there.
There we go. So the reason that we do that is because that guy is a sniper. Anyone with a revolver can immediately sight you and shoot you down. So we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to get my shotgun that we recently equipped and showcase the
shotgun is...
was it the shotgun cancelling? Now here's hoping that this works. What the hell?
That was a beautiful clip.
And now I'm struggling with this
when
door.
They're just made of marshmallows.
This door can
Well,
be the
you win some,
what?
you lose some. I love those doors. They are so nice.
Why am I struggling with this door compared to the one that's the most struggle worthy? What is the inverse situation right now?
It's because it's a marathon. You know the rules. If it hasn't happened before, it's gonna happen because you're on a marathon.
I'm gonna try the other door. Like, what? See, this door works just fine. I don't even know what happened. Okay, so let me be real for a second. That door that I just glided through is commonly known as the toughest door to get through in the game. Outside of Mission 18, that one is nearly impossible and can ruin world records and PBs. I got through it first try without even thinking about it.
Not even first try. You just pretended it wasn't there and the game said, okay, sure.
I have never done that before, honestly. That was the coolest amount of like luck on my side I've ever had. Sometimes this run has been flipping in its emotions, hasn't it?
It is. It definitely plays with your emotions. Maybe that's why I love it so much.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
I mean, like we mentioned earlier, Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. I mean,
That's its crazy humbug, and now it's Girl Keep Gate, whatever it is, I don't even know. The quote's coming out, mate, perfect. Right, so the reason that we're going back through this way, instead of just waiting for, what's his name again?
Ricardo?
Ricardo, that's it, yeah.
Ricardo's the dude who was chilling there. Yeah.
For Ricardo to kind of finish his spiel, is that we can technically go back through these shutters in these doors super quickly. Let's see if we can get through it again. Didn't work as smoothly as the other one, but we want to try to get through this door here. You know what? What if we try going through this door and see if it'll glide us through? Let's see what happens. Come on. Nah, he wasn't going to return luck, but it's fine.
That's the usual. Basically, a lot of these, there's a ton of closed doors here, but if everything's open, it's all very interconnected. It's not like a gridlocked map. You're imagining a
what am I
city.
doing? All right, take this left.
No, not the flare. No.
Oopsie poopsie.
That hurts. That hurts.
And stuff. It's fine. We don't need to worry too much about the flare here. Like, we don't need too many flares going forwards, do we? Right?
I guess CC only doesn't have as many flare strats, does it?
Not really. No.
Yeah, no. Mission 17, you don't need to worry about flares.
It was just for show, okay?
It was just a flex.
I almost pressed R to activate
At this
again.
rate, I'm gonna do a CC only run and just take XEB's record just for funsies.
Do it, might as well. Right, so we are now going over towards the Siegson area, which is where, like, what's the best way to say it? There's a lot more androids kind of like parked there, hidden there. There is a more kind of like backstory for the communication between the AI on board of Sevastopol, which is the name is oh my god, I forgot what the name of the AI is.
Apollo.
What was it?
I got you. Apollo,
that's it. Yeah. So, what's it? I keep forgetting it. Samuels wants to try to like talk with Apollo, to try to see if we can get a way to, basically say, hey, humans aren't threats. They're not. They're kind souls and kind beings which should definitely deserve to live upon Sevastopol. Are things gonna go right in a horror game? I doubt it. So basically, we'll find out. But the cool thing about this is that we're going to be going around the same route that we did for Mission 5, except instead of going towards that bit for going down towards the where Coolman was, we're going an extra way, basically. So
we're actually going back to the Mission 7 area,
That's
but
it,
kind of the reverse direction. And we're actually going to be a level above it, and so we have to climb over all the stuff that we walked under. But again, the game really tastefully reuses areas. It is something that not a lot of games do very well, but oh man, I love the way Alien does it.
I know. Like, you do see a lot of games like do reusing assets. Like, as I mentioned earlier, Resident Evil is a very common trait for that as well. But sometimes you don't even notice it.
Yeah, still something about the big safety room just doesn't quite vibe the same.
Yeah. I think it's also
I love Resident Evil, don't get me wrong.
They kind of like showcase like different parts of the same room that you don't get to like see, if that makes sense. And that's why it feels like it's new, so it works well.
Yeah, I like to think of Resident Evil like a big escape room type of game.
Dude, I love the escape room
Ton
movies.
of fun as well.
Have you seen the escape room movie called Escape Room?
Oh no, I was just thinking about like the actual like puzzle rooms you go to
Okay.
recreationally.
You know, there's like
I didn't realize there was a
different
movie.
movies all called like Escape Room.
Yep. Wasn't
They're
there?
all unrelated. They're all just
Wasn't there
called
a-
Escape Room.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
I was saying, isn't there one called like Escape Room 2 Champion of something like that?
Well, that's the sequel to Escape Room.
Yeah,
There's
that's
also
it.
other ones like No Escape Room, which is also about an escape room.
I haven't seen that one. I'm putting that on
Most
my...
of them aren't good.
Oh no.
I'm still gonna
So I'll watch
it.
those ones first.
No Escape Room. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's have a look-see at the Rotten Tomatoes score, shall we? Room. Also, let's flame this guy for good luck.
Yeah, so almost all of these androids are dead, except for him. He's Mr. Grabby Hands.
Hey, I found the Rotten Tomatoes score, 28%. Oof.
Oh, that sounds like a banging movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a way of putting it.
So here's a fun thing. This door is usually locked, but it's another suggestion.
Yeah, what was our suggestions have at the time? I love that. I'd take that in the tone of a man who regrets, and the regret was watching that movie, am I right? I need to watch some cheapy, crappy horror movies at some point, so that's on my list of a to-do anyway. Directly after watching the Any movie, so I'll go from watching some blissful quality entertainment to bad stuff. Sounds like a fun Friday night, doesn't it? Oh yeah, there's some fun stuff happening behind. Do you want to talk about quickly before, just after I do this little section here? So what's going to happen is that we're going to be activating this little button here, which is going to turn on the androids in this area. And once we do that, we're trying to also retrieve the key card from one of the androids, which is this guy here. Shoot him once, shoot him twice, he's dead, get the key card off him, and then we're going to, oh gosh, I've got itchy nose, beard hairs on itchy noses is so annoying. There we go, sorry. And once we do that super quickly, it actually kind of locks the the androids into that room so they can't actually escape. So that means that the rest of this place is super free. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Alright. There we go. I think Dre's internet just cut out for a moment, so I'll kind of... are you back?
We might be good.
We'll wait to
Sorry
find
about
out
that. I
then.
was really
okay.
and
So
it just died again.
Dre was talking to me in the voice call there, and immediately as he said everything's going to be good, they just left. I think their internet just died. So let's await for the lovely Drake's return, and I'll continue onwards for just a short detail. So what's kind of happening from here is that we are, like, as I mentioned, like we're trying to like get towards a point of like following Samuels, and we kind of find out that what we thought that Samuels was like a human is actually an android, and we kind of find that out as Samuel actually gets to a point of being able to tap into the AI of the Sebastopol, being able to communicate with effectively. So it's a bit nerve-wracking here and there, like, you know, but like we kind of like as we're following Samuels, he's also killing the androids as well, which doesn't really instill a lot of faith and confidence into Samuels. But when we do get to meet him, he kind of explains to us, like, you know, everything's okay, I'm going to be looking out for you, you are basically my heroes, and he sacrifices himself for us, which is, it's kind of a bittersweet thing, but it's also kind of like nerve-wracking about it. I think, Dre, you're back, right?
I think I'm back. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right. Welcome back, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully, I've been hoping for good internet RNG tonight. It looks like we didn't get the perfect internet percent speed.
I mean, it's like an hour and 40 minutes
crossed,
into it, so
that was the only
there's still some RNG left in you, so it's fine.
Right.
Okay, so I kind of like went over a bit of the lore about what's going to be happening, but I don't know if you wanted to take over just a little bit, maybe some extra tidbits and stuff.
Oh, sure. I admittedly totally missed what you did, so forgive me in advance if I duplicate here. But yeah, so Mission 12, or we're back in the Mission 7 area because we were trying to meet up with Samuels. Oh, excuse me, sorry. In Mission 5, we saw the first hint of this. Transit got shut down on orders of Apollo, right? The big AI that controls the station and is really kind of the AI that controls the whole company. This is a dystopian universe where where basically all the economy is very monopolized, and these large companies are primarily driven by AIs, which is kind of funny now with a lot of the AI stuff recently. It's like, these teams are kind of intimidating now. But yeah, so the AI sees the creature, as it calls it, the Steve on the station, and is trying to lock down the station to protect the creature because the creature could be worth money. We don't know, but it's cool. It's not a human whose lives are expendable. Excuse me. And so it initially shut down transit, and we reopened it back manually. Now it is still locking down communications with the outside world because it wants to quarantine this creature, again, because this creature is so valuable. So Samuel's here is trying to say, hey, by some circumstance we don't know, this creature is now off the station. Please lift the lockdown. Except that, as we're about to see here, the process is going very, very wrong. So we need to stop it for Samuels before it takes out Samuels. Samuels is able to do this, by the way, because he's a synthetic, like we mentioned earlier, which is why, if we're really lucky, he does the funny little dance. But yeah, I think that catches us up. I might have missed something.
Like you talked about some points that I didn't cover either. So that was a nice little catch up in 2 parts, basically. So all good. Fun fact, this bit, the fun little bit here where like we've got to try to follow which colour we've got to do. It's kind of funny because like at one point it actually tries to, okay, that was weird, it actually removed the, it looked like I put down my wrench, but then it still did it anyway. Anyway, it tries to like undistinguish the colours by basically making all of the room red. But the actual order you need to do this is just in a clockwise format, and that's it. It's really funny because like you're kind of like going back and forth, and you don't realise you're going in that clockwise pattern. So yeah, here we go. You can see the red, and then it kind of obscures the colours of the cables. Still just go around in a circle. It's fine. Easy clap, easy. And as I was mentioning earlier on, that it's kind of like a bittersweet moment here. So after Samuels has tried their best in order to be able to communicate with Apollo, you can see that like he's kind of on his way out, and he's like actually starting to feel the disrepair of electricity basically ruining his synthetic body. And this is the moment where he actually starts to feel like the emotions of being human, basically. It's again, it's bittersweet because he's like, I actually get it. I actually had a life. Like I understand the, you know, the status quo of being a human, and I'm finally experiencing, and I thank you for everything that you've done for me up until this point. It's kind of, it's like I say, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet, but we can give a nice little 07 for Samuels for everything that he's done up until this point. They tried their hardest to communicate. Sad feel to a lynch boogaloo, am I right? So, either way. Just one question and one, not even question, one answer. Don't scroll the use key on this button. If you do that, it will despawn this card whilst it's in motion and you'll fall down and die. Learned that the hard way too many times. Alright, if I can get lucky, we can get through this door. But not really, because this is one of the harder doors to get through. I doubt it. Yeah. Some of these doors, as I mentioned, can be super tricky to actually get through, so give it a shot. It doesn't hurt, but if you can't make it, you can't make it. Right. We are going over towards Loot Haven. As we like to call it, basically, this just is one room where there's just everything that you need. You can stock up on EMPs, you can stock up on Molotovs, pipe bombs, all the good stuff, you know, like blueprints, shotgun shells. Oh, it's delicious how much stuff you can get here. And after doing that as well, like, you're free to go for like the next few missions. Everything's going to be just fine. So whilst I'm doing that as well, I'm going to see if there's anything else that I can craft just before we go into 13. Also, again, ignore me for the fact that I'm itching my nose a lot. Again, the itchy nose is contagious. It happens. I'm trying my hardest not to do it, but it happens. We still don't have enough for a pipe bomb at the moment, which is a big pain. So I could put some of the other like loot stuff in towards other materials, but I don't really try to use too much of the other tools, if that makes sense. Like the flashbang, the smoke bomb. I probably should, because I know that mission 16 is gonna be annoying. In my very first In my very first practice I did on my stream earlier on today, I managed to get through mission 16 very blissfully, and I managed to kill off like the annoying revolver guys straight away. On the second practice I did today, it did not do that, and it was the worst situation that could have been possible. So I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm very tempted to try and just like, if I have any spare resources, to just craft some potential saving graces, if that makes sense. Like, you know, the Holy Grails from Worms, for example. So we'll see how this goes. Now, because we're going into this area here, this bit is like, you know, like those kind of rooms where like you can't bring electronics into because it could ruin, you know, the electronics that's held in that area. So it's like, to avoid any external stuff. That's basically what we're doing here. We're sacrificing our weapons so that we can't cause any further issues down the way. And by doing so, we can, I forget what's, like, you know, the major reasons for it as well. But either way, we're going in completely without any weapons now. So this is where it gets a little bit dicey.
Wish I could speedrun airport security just like that.
Exactly.
I might be back.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I apologize for my internet, guys.
Do not worry, mate. I've got it covered. I can see the chat, so if it happens, I'll just carry on and it'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure. I tried restarting the access point, so fingers crossed. But yeah, it's been getting me a lot lately.
Like,
I got you on the weapon. So this is where the Apollo AI is. So for added security is the whole reason you're not able to have any weapons in these areas. It's supposed to be a super protected area. Yeah.
oh, let me through. Thank you. So as per usual, we're having to use the hack tool in order to like open up the ways and open up the doors so we can actually get through the areas. There's going to be one really fun crouch clipping technique that we are going to be pulling off very, very soon, which is actually at the point of where we would talk to the Apollo ourselves. We actually get to completely skip talking to Apollo if we can pull this strat off perfectly. And in the last two practice runs I was mentioning, I got them both super, super nicely. The way that we do it is that we're introducing, like not even introducing, but we're kind of alternating the way that we would do the infinite scroll wheel on our mouse. And by doing that, we kind of turn our mouse upside down so that we can scroll the mouse along the, like, you know, our mouse mat or our desk, so that we can get a very smooth and a very even kind of scroll. And by doing this, if I manage to do a very long scroll at a certain speed, I can just glide through certain things. Oh, that was a nice fall down as well. God damn. Okay, so now we're going to be introducing a minor glitch here. So we picked up that mask there, and now we peek as we're taking off. By doing that, the mask actually gets attached to our arm rather than us fully taking it off. And if there was an android just in the way there, it would actually put us onto the other side of that android. I think you take a little bit of a punch. Yeah. Like, it's almost like common trait to just do it, basically. Like, don't even think about it, just do it. But yeah, like, this one here can be utilized for a few other ones. Like, there has been some new discoveries. If you do want to talk about the zipper clips.
Oh, sure. A little brief thing. Lately I've been doing a lot more glitch hunting than running. My buddy Cookie and I, and Cookie's a friend of Nico Hart as well. Especially, we've been really looking at some stuff. So we've been playing with this exact state the gas pass gets us into. We didn't realize this was the state until after we discovered the state in a different way as well, which is one of the really funny ways that glitch hunting comes together. But in no CC especially, there's some ways to skip some doors using androids by having them teleport into you, which will push you through a door that you're standing in front of. And so you can skip like this door right to Nico Hart's right now via the zipper clip. Now, in this specific case, it's actually still a little faster to do a different tack altogether, but yeah, anyway, we got a big clip coming up here, so that's my piece. You got it, man, you got it.
Come on.
So race car technique clip, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, so we need those long scrolls.
God, it's so good in practice.
It's all right. It's all right. The goal here while Nico's grinding for it is to try to skip the cutscene. Because we have a large animation with activating Apollo, walking in, grabbing the cutscene, walking out, and Apollo animates some more. But this is the host of the AI right here. So in terms of lore, what we're skipping, we're trying to skip, is actually talking with this AI again, trying to get the alien off the station, and its response is going to be, "You're trying to gaslight me. There are still the creatures on the station. See below." And so it'll open that ladder, right? You can kind of see down there. It'll open that ladder, and the idea is you can go into maintenance.
I was trying to change the position of the mouse whilst it's upside down. It didn't work out too well, so I'm going to try it again.
Yeah, totally understandable.
There we go.
Yeah, so the technique Nico's using right now, we call race car technique. I had the opportunity to show this off when I was doing How to Train a Speedrunner a few months back, but the idea is we need really, really long scrolls, and so unless you have the specific Logitech mouse with the free, like the open wheel scroll, the free scroll, which is a cool tech, but it's just unique to those mice. The only other way to get those really long scrolls, like much longer than your finger, is that we flip the mouse upside down and then use our desk and drive the mouse on the desk like a race car, kind of like a one-wheeled race car, perhaps. Unicycle racing, is that a professional thing?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, why not? And to get those really long scrolls, and you can still see it can still be really tricky at sometimes. CMS at 502 in the chat. I actually kind of agree with that. I have one right now. It's not my favorite. Not trying to bash Logitech, but it is not my favorite mouse I've owned. I have to be totally honest.
If it doesn't work on this try, I would just do the strat as intended, like the just the main the main way of doing it as intended.
Yeah, for sure. Fortunately, backing up and doing the intended way is completely possible here. We're in the room we need to be in either way. So, but it's definitely cool to show this off, and I think we still have the time to try to show a little bit. But of course, yeah. Whenever you're ready, it's no problem cutting the losses.
Like, here's another thing as well, is that you can't do the wheel too fast, otherwise it won't actually register the inputs for like the infinite scroll and stuff like that. So you do have to kind of like do it at a specific speed.
Yeah, getting the speed right. I can't mention everything. All of these clips kind of have their own clipping personality, where they have things they like. Should you pre-crouch? Should you not pre-crouch? Should you go straight on it? Should you strafe left while you do it? Should you sprint? Should you not sprint? How fast should you scroll your scroll wheel? All of these are variables that are unique per every door. Not even types of doors. Every single door has slightly different things. It's the weirdest thing that I would love to understand more than I currently do. There is unicycle football.
There we go.
Hey, that's it.
Yay!
Yes! You got it!
Yay!
All right, that was legendary. I was so ready you were gonna pull off crumple strat right there as soon as you got it. I'm like, please no crumple
thank
strat.
Goodness. That is such an annoying strat to pull off, but we did it. I'm happy. All is good. Oh, at least we got a shot.
Don't forget, you can clip out of this as well if you pre-crouch.
We can, but I keep on falling out and dying, so I'm gonna do it a little bit later.
You don't want to show off crumple strat?
If it wants to let me.
I realize I never even explained what crumple strat is. It's not actually a strat, but we mentioned in the game you can take fall damage, but it's really weird, so you can peek to cancel it. But if you miss the peeking, you do take the fall damage. Ripley does this really funny looking ragdoll thing, where your wrists may or may not be realistic.
I thought you were talking about the Marge crumping, from Simpsons.
Oh no, literally just crumple like Ripley crumples up.
I've thrown out some references today. My God, man. By the way, I'm looking at my my splits right now. We're currently on like a plus 716 right now, so we are well behind. That little bit like where I obviously lost a lot of time. That's just how much time you can lose on a good run. But hold on, EMP mine. Let's see if we can get it.
So we have a plant clip here. This one's actually a little bit harder than the one in Mission 8. Oh, that was close line.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you just queue out of it once you finish the animation. The nice thing about these ones, though, is you can reuse. These, unless the android gets too close and sets it off, but,
Really? Oh,
I think you have to take it out
Select
again.
it.
Yeah.
there we go.
Hey,
Okay,
there
good.
it is. There it is. Yeah,
All
that's a
right.
much tighter lineup on that one because you can't get quite as diagonal on that panel because of the
Like
geometry.
you're
as
hearing
I
my
do.
inputs. You're hearing my manual inputs now. Again, with if you are tying into the mouse wheel, it make you fell victim to the EMP mine again.
I do love that feature. Nice thing is
Okay,
you don't
fine.
need them here because you can just clip through the winch. It's so free. It's not even fair.
Like it's mostly better to do it on the other side because you can get into the hole easier. But it's just funnier to do it on that side.
100%.
'Cause it's
100%.
harder. Pro speedrunner right here, of course. Anyway, okay. So, do we have a pipe bomb?
Oh, only
No.
the one.
Okay.
Not even.
So
Okay.
we're gonna have to do the dodge around then. If we had a pipe bomb, we would be able to nicely suggest to the android to get away from me. Unfortunately,
please,
we're gonna
please
have to
stop
dodge around them.
distracting me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like these androids. They I'm trying my
They're
hardest to
fine.
not swear.
They're the extra cuddly variants.
Yeah, we'll go for that. Okay. I'm gonna heal up. Might as well. Android, where are you?
Oh yeah, we haven't activated his almonds yet.
He was just lounging around, just sitting there menacingly. So I went
Sitting
over to
there
try to bring him over to this way because we're gonna try to bring him over to a point to pick up the bolt gun, and in the process shoot him with the bolt gun whilst he's coming to walk back towards us whilst we're getting the gun. Does that make sense? You written that down right? All good?
It makes more sense just to watch. Basically,
You'll see
we
what
get
happens.
a weapon here that was manually engineered by someone who worked in engineering. Supposedly just
Where is
messing
he?
around or something. He's a slow little dude.
Oh my god.
So this is our one weapon right here so far. Very
Yeah.
clean, very clean. So just like
He
before,
was
we
so
know
slow.
the code, but we have to actually. I guess we enter here too, don't we?
There we go, 6832. Lovely stuff. I'm gonna see if he's got any loot on him. Nope. It's always good to check the dead body because sometimes they may have some loot. I know.
Right.
How
Right
very
now, we
humane of
definitely
us.
need it. 0 pipe bombs.
Yeah, like we're gonna need a pipe bomb coming up very soon for 16, isn't it? Right?
Oh yes. If you want to take out those humans, you'll want to save it. You'll want to use it
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
So we'll see if we can get at that.
You
point.
can use a Molotov on them though, so it's not super required. Like if you think you need medkits more than that pipe bomb, no shame in going for the medkit instead.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we'll see what happens. Can I get through this all? Because I've tried to do it when I haven't pressed the button and die, but I don't think it's worth it. Right. So, fun fact: we are going to be going to like what is basically the most infamous moment of this game. That if I said the nest of Alien Isolation, quite a lot of people understand what we're talking about here because it is it's
the
coined
best
as like
part.
the
my
scariest
favorite-
moment of the game. If you know what I mean.
Scariest? Nah. Cutest? Absolutely.
I mean, depending how you see the game. Also, shall we try to go for a headshots? Let's see
I think
what we
you
can
use
do.
Oh, you got another ammo. Yeah, send it, dude. So this is totally extra, but if you are an absolute sniper,
Oh!
dude, 2 for 2.
Oh,
I didn't see you
that
on
was
video of the
so
practice
clean.
runs, but
Oh, feels
of what
good,
I
man.
watched, that's 2 for 2. The bolt gun, somehow the jankiest weapon in the game is also the most accurate in the game as well.
No ammo there, so we run out of the bolt gun ammo. That's fine. Oh, that was nice. Ha! I get it. Nailed it because it's the bolt. Anyway.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. That was so good. I'm
All
not
right,
even joking.
one hit. That's fine. We still got out of there. Okay, so when we obviously shoot those androids in the chest, it does put them on like a bit of a cooldown so they don't grab us again directly after that. So we kind of want to make sure that we do get that hit perfectly because it should usually put it down on like a cool 10-second cooldown if that makes sense. So that way we don't have to worry. We can just
Yeah, the animation cancel is a really, really funny one that way, where you cancel once and you run past however many you need to, but only for a certain number of seconds. and then they'll start grabbing you again. And yeah, it's about 10 or so seconds.
Dude, that
Conveniently,
shot was
there's
sick.
another fresh flamethrower for us down here.
Yeah. So we've got like a stack of flamethrower fuel right now, which is fantastic as well because we didn't really use a great amount earlier on, so it's kind of like added on top of it. But mission 14, like this nest bit, can be very precise, so I probably will be taking moments to just focus up to make sure that we can get this because I do not want to die. It's a bit of a time loss all around if I do that.
I will resist the urge to be loud and obnoxious, and shout crazy hamburger as well.
Okay, good. Got it. I did it again.
I think you forgot the other lever. Yeah, I was like, wait, this looks
twice
premature.
now. Like, I keep on thinking, yeah, I've done it, and I completely forget it. It's like I'm like overthinking, which is not
It's so
uncommon for a
easy to
speedrun
do.
anyway.
It's okay. It's so easy to do. It's a marathon after all.
Good.
Cutie.
Now, you can silent run or psycho run past that guy initially, but if you want to put it into like good formation of like the RNG and the way they drop, it's better to do it that way, honestly. So there's no harm. There's literally no harm, except it being slower. So go figure, right?
It is slightly slower, and honestly, the other one does look a little cooler. I have to be totally honest. Also, yeah, that's our favorite facehugger. It's the first facehugger.
Now I'm hugging towards the rights here so that they won't see me as I'm trying to get into this hole. It actually is a little bit smoother for the times, and you can make the nice entryway into that hole. And Bob's your uncle. If your uncle's not Bob, now it is. All right.
Unironically, I do have an uncle named Bob.
Well, perfect. Well, you tied in perfectly to my situation and story here.
But yeah, so mission 14, as intimidating as it looks with all of the aliens and all of the nest things going on, it's actually a really relatively consistent mission here. A lot of the drops are scripted, a lot of the behavior is scripted, and then what he just did in there was a lure with his revolver, which forces one of the guys to vent, one of the aliens to vent to try to get you, but he can't because there's no vents in there, so he just vents up. And this guy's totally scripted here. Oh,
what?
Except we made noise too early.
All right, then.
Just send it. Send it. I guess you could drop a safety save if you wanted, but it's all your call. We don't need it. We built different out here.
I was trying to determine where in the audio space that was.
Oh yes, ooh. Yeah. If the first guy, if you pick detects you there, he'll redrop in the other corner of the building. Looking good.
Sussy Barker and Mogus. I did it eventually. I know, I did a cringe.
Yeah, I didn't realize until you called it out.
I said I was going to say it at maybe one point. If I fancied it, I was like, oh, okay, screw it, let's do it.
I think the first time you said it during a practice run was mission 14, but just slightly later.
Yeah. So, it's fine. I subconsciously decided to say it.
It's just mission 14 is the sussy mission, apparently.
It really is, like, because we have to be as stealthy as possible, am I right? Okay, what time is it? Ooh, nearly 5 a.m.
I mean, I guess in the nest of aliens, we are the imposter.
I'm going to heal just so that we can get ourselves to the best heal that we can. I think we're good for the most part. All right, so we're going to be getting our shotgun because we're going to be trying to get rid of all of the 4 androids that are in this area by using the... You remember earlier on when I kind of like shot the shotgun but also managed to cancel it way quickly? We're going to be utilizing that heavy right now. So once you've actually shot a bullet out of the revolver, out of the shotgun, you're going to press the peek button immediately, which is then going to retract the... oh boy. I'm going to wait for them to come to me.
Oh yeah, just let them get online. Yeah, you're good.
And if you shoot them well, it'll only take 3 shots. But if you miss it just a little bit, it'll take 4 shots.
Yeah,
by the way, the section's really loud, just as a heads up.
Oh yeah. Super androids, despite how much health they have, if not a pipe bomb, like if you V3 pipe bomb, it's super strong in these guys, but if not a pipe bomb, the shotgun does a lot of damage. And it's really effective taking them out. What's so funny though is that again, for us as Ripley is totally the opposite. Revolvers do a ton of damage to us, but shotguns are a joke. A point blank.
Wasn't that so nice, by the way? That he I shot him so well that he fell in towards me. He was head over heels for me.
It's iconic. So Nico's gonna reset here. We really don't want the green mini game. It's really slow. It looks like Nico's also not a fan of the yellow mini game, which is fair. But yeah, white mini game is the fastest. So If you're really lucky, you get all whites, all tries, but...
Thank you. Then all you need to do is like spam like the direction key and press enter and like just find it. Why are they not giving them like... Oh god, here we go again. RNG giveth, RNG taketh away. There we go, finally. Oh my god. I don't know why, but that one puzzle, like, it never wants to appear at times. It's so aggravating.
It's kind of frustrating. On genuinely, one of the first times I wondered what speedrunners did for this game is when I was doing I had the green mini game in Mission 4. Like, I wonder how speedrunners do the green mini game.
You know,
not even joking.
No
I'm not
idea.
even joking. They don't. That's the trick. They don't.
All right, first retry, but that's not bad there. How's it going for this one? No. No. Oh, I was trying to go like, what? You kindly, but I didn't even get to do that because it just gave it to me. Cool. Right, so once we've done all of the 4 puzzles, we kind of acted all the power. Now we're going to be sending all the redirected power by doing those mini games up towards this big old thing here to basically cause a big EMP blast. We want to find a way to get rid of the xenomorphs. Now, there's been some kind of like hush-hush like words that was delivered to us that maybe an EMP blast might just suffice in this environment. So we basically have done all the setup.
Whoa, good tickle,
okay.
good tickle. I feel like this sounds so bad out of context.
Oh, bolt gun, nice. So after I've done all that and activated that last lever, all the androids just go on fire because that's the normal thing that should happen in a point of activating levers. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is probably something about the mass amount of electrostatic charge or something, right? Since the lore is called purging the reactor, and so when Amanda was down there, she saw because she's an engineer canonically. I forgot to mention that detail. She's an engineer, and so she saw if we purge the reactor, it'll wipe out the entire nest. And so she saw this opportunity, but it's a very serious ordeal, as you can tell. That's why there's so many safety precautions we're going through here. She is very right. It is, in fact, going to destroy the nest.
After this cutscene, I've actually got some fun behind-the-scenes lore from Summer Games on Quick 2020 when I commentated for you. I'll talk about it in a second. But first off, this is one of my favorite cutscenes because you're watching the EMP detonation in progress, and you're thinking everything should be good. There's a xenomorph just there in the background.
Oh yeah, one got away. I mean, that's not too many.
There's multiple xenomorphs. Obviously, we figured that out the hard way in the nest, but then we find out there's more than 3. Yay. Okay, so let me just
Steve, and Steve. All are upstairs now.
I'm going to craft a flashbang because you never know. Molotovs, I'm going to also craft as well. So, fun fact, from SGDQ 2020, we actually made some some Google Doc notes to kind of aid us through our understanding of commentary and stuff like that. It seemed around Mission 14 we gave up because one of the only notes from Mission 14 is the nest.
The nest. I see that now. I just scrolled down because I forgot about the notes already.
It's just the nest.
The nest. And that's all we need to say, right? It's the gaming equivalent of a picture says 1,000 words.
No, that's true. That's true. It's just funny how much effort we put into the rest of it, and then it just fell off the beats of tracks. Am I right? Oh, okay. So, do you actually know what's happening right now? Because obviously, after we've redirected the power, we tried the EMP blast. It didn't work out too well. What is happening at this point in the story?
I don't remember what directs. So Ricardo talks to us at some point, just over our little comms thing. Truthfully, I forgot when exactly he does the conversation, but he's like, "Hey, come to medical. Something's happening here." And so what is happening that Carlo detected on his things is Marlo and so Taylor lets out Marlo, as we're gonna find out. And so they, I feel like snuck off sounds. They snuck off together to take one of the little medical ambulances, to get to Marlo's ship, the Isidora, because Marlo has something he wants to show Taylor.
I think that's a very good summary.
This totally needs context.
By the way, compared to my last run, where I actually managed to save some splits time stuff like that, that was a 4 minute and 35 second saving time.
That's a spicy one.
We're still like ahead of behind a PB and stuff like that, so we're like about 2 minutes 41 behind a PB, but we did save a good margin of time against our last recorded time for this. So
Yeah, some of
in-game
us got to
time
2:18.
for my last recorded run was a 2 hour 42 minute 54 seconds IGT. So that's about like 2:50:01 for RTA. So we should still be able to save a lot of time because I took a lot of deaths in missions 16 and 17. So let's see what happens, right?
Yeah, I think we got this. I think we got this. Or I guess you got this. I'm just sitting here judging you.
Just like every day in my life.
Every time there's a suboptimal play, I have to resist the urge to cringe audibly.
I do that when I wake up. I'm like, oh, waking up. That's
Yeah, I do that every time I look in the mirror too. So don't worry. It's
oh,
fine.
come on, you pretty. Shut up. All right, so there's a fun little thing here that I can talk about. So myself and like a speedrunner by the name of Knowles, like I think they've changed the name a few times. We spent a good bit of time trying to find this perfect lineup to actually get on the other side of this door because we can do another like save situation. Like
There's
like
a cool
activating
clip
the
here.
emergency override. There we go.
Hey,
it
very
pushes
nice.
us over to the other side, and it saves a lot of time instead of having to go around the way. Ooh, I don't know what that was, but it felt good.
There was something.
Come on, get us through. There we go.
Nice.
Right. Still got to be careful. The xenomorph is active around this way. I'm actually going to call for silence for a second whilst I do this. I'm really listening out for the xenomorph right now. Otherwise I have to go all the way back. Everything's fine.
Hey,
okay.
very nice.
Getting through that
Got
door
it.
is pretty scary sometimes because the xenomorph will drop behind you and just kill you straight away. The quicker you can get through that door, the better. Genuinely.
I wish I would have thought about it until literally any time sooner than just now. What I should have done is hook up like Xenomorph dropping like a sound effect to my mic, so I could just
If
press
you
it
did,
now and again.
if I met you in person, the first thing I would have done was slap.
I would welcome the slap. It would have been absolutely worth it.
Oh, that is such a mean thing to do.
Well, see, I didn't think about it until now, but you know, I totally could have. I totally could have.
Please don't. Right, so we are now in the Anesidora. So basically everything that Drex had mentioned beforehand. This is now where like Marlo, Amanda, and all of us having our kind reunion over here. The fun thing is that we're actually going to be showing off another out-of-bounds crouch clipping technique very shortly. This one is a little bit more finicky, but it is a very big time save in a sense. Well, I say big time save. It's about 3 minutes of time save probably. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean it's a route change, so you skip over some of the stuff. I think 3 or 4 minutes is probably pretty accurate based off a guess.
Oh, there we go.
Very nice.
That scared me there. I
Oh
genuinely
yeah,
thought he...
I throw so many runs to that guy.
Excuse me, door. Excuse me. Let me through. Hello, Dave. I usually don't have issues with this door, huh?
It's always something. There's always something weird. Hey, very nice.
This
I
door's
think
more like
Knowles
paper.
discovered this route actually. Speaking of Knowles.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're going to try to go over this little bit here. Go close towards here so we can kind of get a prompt.
Oh!
Or we slip off. I love it when you slip off because basically you get brought back into the last place that is out, inbounds. It's just funny when that happens. All right.
Yeah, fortunately it's not catastrophic, but it's oh.
There we go.
Nice!
That's a save warp. Okay, perfect. So we've gone from a point of out of bounds back to inbounds by activating the save game, the save station, and that puts us right towards where we need to be to activate the next cutscene and the next triggers. It's a great strat. I love it. So good.
Yeah. It's a fun little route change, but it skips doing kind of a mini game in a big wait section. We still have another big wait. So this actually right here, as soon as we get to the cutscene, is the best bathroom break opportunity in the run. You get I think I saw earlier today, minute 50 from as soon as that skip ends to when you need to send your next input.
Luckily, I had my bio break earlier on, so I am feeling pretty relieved. So I don't need
get it.
to. I don't need to worry about it. But I had too much coffee beforehand, so I was desperate. I won't be.
That is understandable. Yeah,
Now,
it's what
there's
now 5 a.m. for you?
Yeah, 5:02 a.m. Classic. So what was it? So that little cutscene there, I think, is actually the video for where we find information about our mum. Isn't that right?
Yes. So when we talk, so in mission 3, that was the flight way early on in the game. That was the flight recorder right then and there. The whole reason Ripley came to Sevastopol was that flight recorder. But we saw from that little force cutscene that you can't skip that it was no data. It was corrupt. It was broken. The big cutscene we just watched right there, since we're on the Nisador now, who recovered that flight recorder, they saved the data before it went corrupt, and so that was what was on the flight recorder right then and there. The entire game, that's literally what it's leading up to, is that exact video. That's the whole reason, like all the rest of the lore, like all the rest of the story exists.
I turned my camera at the perfect point to see the Marlowe. I don't know why. It's like
Taylor's out here girl bossing,
and then you
dude.
turn over. It's like, oh, I'm turning back now. Okay. Okay, so
I
Swayze
love
mentioned
that
about the
girl boss.
Marlowe skip. What's the? I don't actually know what the Marlowe skip is.
Oh, are you thinking of the dialogue glitch?
I don't know. The dialogue glitch doesn't
Oh,
seem
never
to
mind.
be
If you
happening
click
right
that, we
now.
might be able to do Marlowe Secret. I don't know.
No,
To be totally honest, I haven't. I apparently haven't studied up enough on CC only.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that one either. So it's fine. Like we're still doing an A speed run anyway, so it's fine. We're getting to draw some strats and stuff, but I'm intrigued by the Marlowe skips. Swayze, you're probably gonna hit me up later on about that one because that's a new one to me.
I might need that info too. The forbidden Marlowe skip.
Gatekeeping speedrun strat. What is this? No, I'm joking.
right.
All right, so this is a fun little section here because this is like the only way that we this is just like a get the hell out of Dodge section. I love to just throw music on the way out because it's just a fun little run for this bit. If I had my Gox a lot, I'd do like a beatbox thing with Jiggy Butts. I don't have it, so it's a shame.
This would be a cool section for some right music. Instead, it's just regular horror game scary music or something. I don't know why they play scary music in a scary game. It makes no sense to me.
I think the last time I played music on this way out, I played the
Oh,
it's
that's
like
a
the most.
classic.
It was like the most like unfitting but perfect kind of music, I guess, because you know what I mean.
That's a Mozart piece, right? I feel like I should know. If someone knows the composer of that piece, again, I think it's Mozart, but I feel like I'm totally wrong.
Potentially. The one that I've got on here it just says Luigi. So I don't think it's by Luigi.
Mozart A. Luigi.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I don't know why my screen note button just says Luigi. It's not.
Is it like an EDM remix of it or something? That would go so hard.
Oh, that would be amazing.
By the way, like I'm thinking like hard style mix of it, So
no, it's the voice of Luigi going Luigi, but then it's actually vocalized,
Oh, that's crazy hamburger, man.
Oh, there it is. You didn't do it for the last mission, did we?
No, I was trying to find the right opportunity, and then I there were nothing. Couldn't quite have it. Don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overdo the crazy hamburger. It's a sacred practice. The crazy hamburger.
I guess Luigi can win by doing nothing. Luigi can compose anything he wants. Oh, fantastic. Okay, we are on to mission 16 right now. So the TLDR for this is that Ricardo opens the way for Amanda to go spacewalk out towards the communication antenna, and we're gonna try to get back in touch with the Torrens essentially. And there's a long process towards doing that. This area
Also, we've upgraded
is
to five buttons on the hack now.
Level 3.
The crazy yoinky splinky.
All
I don't
right,
care what
Dre,
it is.
you're
I
gonna have
love
to take
that
over the
game.
section, buddy. You're gonna have to
Yes,
take over.
but let me know if I gotta shut up to focus.
No, just take over for
Okay.
the commentary because this is gonna suck.
So this is genuinely the hardest part for me in my runs. I don't know why it's my cursed mission. And this is a risky one right here too. Oh, yep, that's exactly why it's risky. So, as we mentioned, the revolvers are certain death in this game. If a revolver human sees you and decides you look like a target, then it is very hard to survive such a situation. That said, on the flip side, the shotguns are total joke. In nightmare mode, at point blank range, right? We call our health like a percentage. So 100. If I say 100, I have full health. At point blank range, to our head, a shotgun does 12.5. You can literally get shot. I have to actually do this math now for a sec. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 times before the 8th one kills you from full health with shotguns. And so what we're trying to do though is take out specifically the revolver guys so we can safely get through this area upstairs. Of course, the intended way to do it. Oh, nice molly strat right. Well, that was initially good molly strat. But they have a pretty big range, so you don't want to demolly yourself. But yeah, we want to ideally take out the revolver guys. It is possible to sneak past them without taking them out, but on the way at the mission 16 is a pain. You go through these guys, very stressful, then you have another 10-minute spacewalk, then we're done. We come back through these guys, but with a Steve, so it's even more stressful. So we want to take out the revolver guys now if we can. Otherwise, it's even harder when we come back with them still here, but... yeah, so that's what Nico's working on right now. I lose so many runs because I struggle with these guys' positions for sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's usually by that other door.
Maybe.
Oh no, that's him right there. Oh, that's Sharkin guy. Oh, and the other guy is he in the hallway? I forget which one was which.
Yeah,
oh, no,
I don't know.
Revolver guy was in the room. Yeah, and so identifying which ones have the revolvers and which ones have the shotguns is hard because I think they have 5 or 6 different patterns they spawn in.
Something like that, yeah.
And so yeah, having a really keen eye of which one is which is definitely tricky. Of course, yeah, we can go really slow if we want, but going slow is not cool. We're speedrunners here. We go fast. That's what we do. Sonic is my spirit animal, okay? And Sonic is also Nico's spirit animal. I've decided for him. And so yeah, we have to reflect that. Otherwise, they're just wrong.
why am I cutting the door open? I just realized, I just kind of defaulted to doing it normally.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, it's convenient on your way back since you have to go back through that door, but.
You know, Dreox, this actually is quite fitting because I had one more plug I was going to read, and you mentioned Sonic. There's actually a Sonic event coming for GDQ very soon. It's going to be Sonic and the Sidekicks coming June 1st and 2nd. So if you speedrun any game with Sonic and friends, use !Sonic for more info. There's a lot of Sonic runners. I know, I think both of you know some of them.
Argic, Amber.
That's awesome.
Supersonic, Joey Baby. I'm assuming that there's going to be a few
because you brought up.
Yeah, no, I just know, I set that up for you. You're welcome. Totally planned.
Movies, Sonic 3.
Yep. Keanu as, what was it, Knuckles?
Yeah.
Oh no, that Idris Elba. Who's Shadow? That's what it is, isn't it?
Yep.
There's something about that. I reckon Keanu's gonna absolutely nail it as Shadow. I could just sense it now. It's kind of like the mashup between Neo and Dumb and Dumb. No, is it Dumb and Dumber? No, it's not. It's Bill and Ted. I could just imagine the mashup of both of those would make the perfect Shadow, right?
I can see it. I can totally see it. I forget Keanu does stuff that isn't serious. Oh, that's huge. If I were you, I would do a safety save at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Once at the top, sorry, at the elevator here, or after the elevator. I don't know how to phrase it.
I know what you mean.
And then if you miss the pipe bomb, you can reload and throw it again.
Yeah, all right then. Screw it. Let's do that. I was trying to think, would it work well if I just send it and go for it? But you are right in that, actually. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, it might be a lot of resets on the way out, if not. So the importance here is we have 1 pipe bomb to take out 3 humans. So we have to throw it kind of perfectly in the middle of all of them, such that it hits all of them. Again, it's the D3, so it does a lot of damage. It is really nice. But all 3 of them can be. Oh, one's still alive.
I had 1 bill in the chamber and that was it.
Having them alive can be very troublesome because they all have revolvers.
There we go.
No, they don't all have revolvers, but one of them has a revolver. And so it can make the exit really tricky, again, because we will be dealing with Steve on our way out.
You know what's
Fortunately, just
funny?
one Steve.
That
What's
is the
up?
first time I think I've ever gone to manually use the revolver on those
manually
humans.
pick them
I've always
off?
ever defaulted on, like, you know, either just doing the pipe bomb. If they die. If they don't, I just go and send it. I've never gone to actually shoot them down.
I mean, if you have the ammo, it works.
There's a
It's not
first
the
for everything.
fastest, but, you know, now we can go fast on the way out. So now we're set.
Fun little Simon Says puzzle here, basically. Simon says go left, Simon says go right. Now we've got to do these two puzzles here, which is basically line up the circle into the circle. The
These ones
circle
are
goes
such
into
a
the
pain.
circle hole.
Because if you're just
the square goes into the
frame
circle
too
hole.
early, it fully resets and you lose like 10 seconds to the goofiest thing.
I know. But this gives us the numbers that we are going to be trying to put into another situation later on. So it's 35 and 75 are the numbers. And here comes my favorite crouch clipping technique of the whole game. Very shortly. You'll see why. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so
Won't spoil
remember
it.
this whole time we were trying to also contact our ship, the Torrens. We haven't done that yet. And so this is actually locating the Torrens now. So we'll be able to point an antenna at them and actually send messages to Verlaine of, hey, some crazy hamburger stuff is going on in the station here. And we need evacuation as soon as possible.
Let's go for it.
Okay, good.
I mean, usually, like,
It's
we
just
talk
the way
about
that it
taking
pops you
fall
back and
damage.
he's just
There's
like,
no
okay.
fall damage there because the game teleports you back in if you fall out of
As
bounds.
you saw earlier on from when we were in mission 15,
Yeah.
when we fell down, it brought us back to the last like solid surface inbounds that we were in. So for the sake of this area here, instead of being in that little observatory bit, it actually puts us onto the bottom of the observatory, like where we just before we go in towards going up the ladder.
Yeah.
It's a time save. It just looks funny that you're just like scrolling out of the
It is a really
observatory.
funny looking one. It ties in really close. I mentioned programming in moving surfaces is hard. And so again, the way the game checks, like the way the game handles out of bounds is it records your last position in bounds and then teleports you to that if you fall out of bounds.
Yep,
That said,
basically.
since that whole area moves, it's not classified as officially inbounds. In fact, it's a kind of a backup of if this bugs out, teleport to a stable ground. So you're safe. So that's why it teleports us all the way back outside of the big movie bit, because again, otherwise it's the game could just break even more.
Like the game is already broken at times. Okay, got it. Right, so this is our next like auto scroller bit. Like we're just walking over towards the point. We're trying to change the position of the dishes, pressing E a few times. If anybody has any questions within the GDQ chat that would love for either myself or Drake's to answer, please feel free. We got like, how long did you say that this section was? About 10 minutes or so?
Oh, I think it's 9 or 10 minutes of spacewalk. It's
so-
it's not quite as long as Mission 9, but it's, you know, another Mission 9 inside of Mission 16.
It's a chill moment. Like, this is where I just kind of like cruise, put some music on the background, just like kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, chilling wildly. Ugh.
It kills me so much when I'm running because it's super stress, super tense. Like literally the mission that I flop the most, and then you know turn off your brain, auto scroll, then back into exactly the same on the way out. It is
Exactly.
it totally breaks your flow state.
Wanda Desi says, what's the best jam to have in toast? I just like butter and toast, so I can't answer that question myself. I'm so sorry. Drex?
You know, I'm not a huge jam guy because I don't have a lot of sweets, but if there is I feel like a blackberry would be my pick.
Ooh.
Really like blackberries. I like that strong, kind of sour, a little bit, tiny bit bitter flavor. Although I have not tried all of the jellies either, to be totally honest.
I like strawberry.
Good classic.
Okay.
That goes hard.
Well, actually, what about avocado?
Butter
and
is cow
poached
jelly.
egg? I swear, I had like the nicest poached egg and avocado toast at a hotel, and I just fell in love with it immediately. That I wanted to make it ever since at home. Then I realized, oh yeah, that's a lot of effort to make it, so I never bothered.
Oh, right.
The end. That's my story.
It's so, I mean, it's so hard to be motivated to cook for just yourself. Like, single portions, they take so long, and there's so much more cleanup, and then it's like, you sit and eat it for less time than you made it.
Exactly. What was my very first game to speedrun? This game, about 4 years ago, I think it was my very first speedrun. Fun story behind that as well. I was making friends with like one of the most iconic speedrunners at the time, and still is technically, by the name of Hypnotic. We were like hitting it off, and I said as a meme, screw it. I'm gonna learn No Major Glitches Nightmare, one of the hardest speedruns, and you're gonna watch me. I ended up doing it. I was just like, I proved the point. I'm gonna do it. And that was about 4 years ago.
You say you can defeat Nightmare mode in less than 3 hours. I mean, that's a proper flex.
Yeah, I have got it underneath 3 hours, so I'm still very happy with that accomplishment. Exactly. And then I decided to take it on towards the steering wheels, and then the DJ decks, and then all the other stuff. I'm gonna try to bring this run to my DSLR camera at some point, so expect a boomer shooter camera controller with alien isolation very soon. We'll make it
That's
work.
gonna be so wild, dude. I can't believe the interfacing for the camera alone. That's just blowing my mind.
There is more that we can do with it, but there's some inputs that we just can't work because we don't know C language that well. But maybe at some point we can find a clever Clogsy to help us out with that.
Right.
Dre, what was your first speedrun?
Also Alien Isolation, actually.
Hey, let's go.
I guess at one point I technically tried to do speedrun Minecraft, but it wasn't like I actually learned the lore and everything. I was just like, I wonder how fast I could play Minecraft. And then I never even finished it. So Alien, I think, definitely counts as my first. And yeah, I mean, it was the first game that I took something, I learned, I played through. I had always thought, like, there's no way I could ever be a speedrunner. I'm way too much perfectionist. It'll drive me crazy. Not happening. And then after my fourth casual playthrough of Alien, I started getting really curious because, like, my fourth time, it was like a celebration, like when I hit 500 followers on Twitch way back when. It was a celebratory stream for that. So I was like, let me do something crazy hamburger. Let me play all of Alien Isolation in the same sitting. And so that's what I did. I was like, that was actually really immersive and really fun. So it got me really, really curious how speedrunners play the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was Cliff's run of Nightmare No CC when he had a 233, I think 33, something like that. 233.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And then it was literally someone else by the name of Stuart the Sock did a commentary of that run explaining what he was doing. And then from that alone, I opened up. He very loosely described psycho running. I didn't really know what was going on, but I decided to try it anyway, not realizing at Mission 5 you can just run through. But I tried loading up Mission 5, and then despite my super scuffed attempts at psycho running, I got through the mission with totally avoided Steve, and I felt so cool. I was hooked. I was instantly hooked right then and there. And now it's
awesome.
now I have a problem.
Big Scared asked a good question. What's the wildest controller you've run this game on? Probably the DJ decks, honestly. That alone is very tough because, like, you are using the left wheel and the right wheel for, like, both the up and down and then the left and right. So you kind of have to really manage the way you're looking. Like hand-to-eye coordination is extremely tough at that side of things. So with the wheel, like, I'm very, like, everything's very much in my hands. I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to think about it. I can just run it. With the DJ decks, I really have to think about, like, what my hands are doing. So DJ decks is definitely the hardest thing. But I will kind of spoil a new controller that I'm working on. And if I can get to this moment in a second, also, Dre, you can mention about the... actually, no. We'll be able to do it in a second. I'm going to try to grab my controller super... Yes. I'm gonna announce my next speedrun unconventional controller whilst holding this button.
It's just like that.
That's my next controller.
I have to diabolically
It is my
wait.
Kirby Automatone. And I'm gonna, pardon me, by the way, there, Steve, to play Kirby's Dream Golf Course on my Kirby Automatone.
That would be so legendary, man. I love it. If I may interject, my most unusual controller was using a Dance Dance Revolution home pad for the game.
You played Alien Isolation on the
just my
pad,
feet.
And
it was like a
you
9-hour run or something like that.
Yeah, 9 hours-ish, yeah.
which was still faster than my, playing it all at once the fourth time I played ever that got me into running in the first place. So that's kind of cool, actually. That was 11 and a half hours.
Let's get one more question in before we have to do this extra strats. What's scarier, alien chasing you in the vents or chasing you down the hallway? We never go in the vents, so hallway.
Oh, I mean, for me, like, in terms of immersion, for me, it's the vents. 100%. There is something so creepy about I can only go so fast, and he's right there. And the sounds, he's so fast. He's so fast in the vents. It's kind of cute, but it's not cute when you're terrified. Or maybe it is still kind of cute.
Okay, I'm reloading everything right now. Hopefully...
You got it. Yeah, so what Nico's about to do here is a lure track. So we're doing the same thing. There's no vents in this room, so Steve can't get into this room. So if we make noise and we light the flashlight, Steve's going to see us through the window, but he can't get to us. And so the AI responds the same way we did in Mission 14, where he will just vent right away. And it gives us a pretty big window where we can book it to that elevator and, I guess, be safe for the first third of the exit of Mission 16.
Okay, I'm also going to equip my flamethrower now because we had a bit of a weird issue earlier on where we were getting towards the safe station, but he kept on seeing us to the point. So I'm going to have my flamethrower ready just so that I can actually make a safety save because I'm going to die a bit, more than likely, in this next coming bit. So I'm going to try to not die because dying's bad for you. Oh,
I think you got both the revolver guys though. So I mean, this is a good. We got a good chance at this one.
Okay, I
yeah.
still
So this is, by the way, the
like,
exact same area as Mission 4. If you may or may not have recognized it. So the same glitch applies there with the call elevator button. Anyway, I'll let you focus. I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
So I was trying to get through that door, but it's funny. The timing of me getting through that door was the point that it opened anyway. So I still got to show it off. No.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Built different. Built different.
What? What? Okay.
Nico Hart is breaking eggs with his biceps right now.
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
so that's the
was
revolver guy.
So we did not get that revolver guy. Good to know.
I've got one Molotov.
I was gonna say, if you have one Molly, I think that'll be perfect for him. I'm certain you had to have gotten the first guy, right? Seems wild and out here. That's our
good.
dude. Nice, that's perfect. Oh, you must be low. Or I wonder if you got bought by a revolver ammo.
Oh, I have no heals. Oh god, this is gonna suck.
Usually, Steve's supposed to despawn when you get a save like that. I wonder if it was
I know.
so close that not even the save saved right.
Okie dokie then. Everything's fine.
Yeah,
right,
so I mean, it should already be
chill.
very apparent how tricky this exit is, right? Why it's such a run killer.
You saw that! Oh my god! I poked my head out and you're probably gonna see me.
Oh, yeah, revolver guy's already on his way over. Nice, I would just go straight in for it.
Oh.
There's...
Oh.
No maintenance jack makes it tricky for sure. Oh, nice Steve Tech! You'll love to see it. See, sometimes Steve can help out.
That is the riskiest backup I've ever done!
You done it, and no need to clip that door again. That's kind of huge. Hey, mission! Oh, I guess I should teleport yet. There it is. A successful mission 16. Okay, so mission 17 is awesome. Mission 17 is one of those. And wait, boy, you're still in the green now.
I'm actually minus
You're
one.
in the green. Oh my
I'm ahead of
gosh.
my PB. I'm now
That's so chaotic,
1 minute
mission
and 39
16
minutes ahead of my PB. I could actually PB my run.
It's crazy hamburger, man.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so the route here for 17 is another one of those ones where we go completely not the intended way at all, because we can basically clip all the way around, straight into mission 18, pretty much.
My poor heart. It is 5:27 a.m. and I'm doing this to my heart, man.
It's, you gotta train. You gotta get the heart rate up every so often. Work on that cardio.
I know.
It's good.
But
It's
I don't
it's
want
healthy.
to at this hour.
Oh no, this is the best time of day to you know.
I'm gonna run a couple of miles on my treadmill after this just to wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Just to calm down.
Oh, God. Oh. Like, it's so funny because, like, I have not had to try to pull it back up like that in a long time, and I've honestly forgotten what the surrounding edges of that way kind of entail. Because I remember there's one bit where you can go through events and you can get to another bit, but like that door just landed me directly onto the corner where I could just left. I'm not complaining.
It worked. It worked. No need to question it. It worked.
I'm gonna question it, but it's fine. Oh God. Okay, so the kind of like the lowdown of this, like, you know, we've obviously got to communicate with the Torrens. We're trying to get towards like the space flight terminal of Sebastopol, so that we can actually kind of get Torrens to dock onto Sebastopol. We go onto it. We escape with them. Everybody's happy. The Xenomorphs stay on Sebastopol, and everybody can live a happier life. Is it gonna go that way? No. We kind of figured it out from the earlier part of the game that nothing is going to go exactly as we intend it. So, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, that's speedrunning in a nutshell, right?
Alright, so we're also taking a bit of an alternative strat for Mission 17. We also did the same thing like we did in Mission 6. Where instead of going into the mission and actually doing it normally, we press the button on the elevator to kind of take a backwards alternative route, if that makes sense. We're doing what we would be doing on I think it's like an any percent.
Yeah, any percent CC only. So if we don't have the requirement of doing all the missions, this is basically the same route that it takes now, because it happens, like we mentioned, this game reuses areas. So it just so happens that Mission 2 and Mission 18 both use Solomon's, and that the door from one to the other can be clipped. But it is one of the hardest clips in the game. By the way, this is on the race car technique clip right here. Oh, dude, that was clean!
Alright,
nice.
and was very good. God, I love
GG game.
It's funny, every time that I try to turn my mouse upside down, I accidentally press the sensitivity button, so like I get my mouse back and it's like, oh, I'm all over the place.
You just graze past the sensor, it rotates Ripley around 400 times.
You see on my head, there we go.
Oh yeah, by the way, Steve is...
I have no flame for a fuel.
Bro, there's no way... Oh no. Well, I mean, we did practice Mission 18 without fuel.
Okay then, that's never happened before! No, seriously, it hasn't.
Yeah, so in these areas, right, even though they were free of Steve earlier, Steve is now active. So you do have to be a little careful, and that makes stuff like these clips a little riskier, because he can drop while you're going for a clip. Just a little bit. So like
about that PB, I don't know if that will happen now. We'll find out. It brought us all the way back to the beginning of Mission 17. Okay, great. God damn it, man! You say a minor time loss, Swayze. I think
minor time loss. Just a few seconds. It's just some number of seconds.
Maybe I should psycho run. That would make me silent.
Probably would not be unwise to psycho run.
Yeah. Like, you remember learning the hard way? I definitely learned the hard way that time, so that's okay.
I do kind of want to expand on that comment though. It's so no major glitches where you're not allowed to do this funny looking sideways run here that's totally silent. And no major glitches, right? You just have to run or not run. And you only have so much flamethrower fuel, right? And so it's such a cool category, because the runners better at discovering this sort of stuff than me have got it calculated, where especially missions like Mission 10, exactly what vents Steve needs to go through, and like to know his cycle when he's gonna drop again, so we can kind of maximize the amount of time between when he drops.
Yep, 0 flame fuel. Uh-oh. I don't think
There's some I mean, if you do mission 17, the intended route, there is some guaranteed spawns, but I don't know if that helps. Oh, you know what you can do? When you get to the Solomon's Mission 2 area, I will redirect you, because there is somewhere where there's a bunch of loot.
Oh, that, yeah, I forget what you're talking about. Like, just
Yes.
after we to go through that door at the
Would
end,
highly
just-
recommend not doing the usual speedrun route and grabbing that loot, because we have depleted our resources.
True. Like, as people are saying as well, and I did notice as well, we do have one Molotov that we can utilize. Obviously, we still need to be careful about the AOE of the radius of its expulsion of flames, because we don't want to get hits like we did do before in Mission 16 by the act of my own velocity, which is always fantastic. We'll see how this goes. We'll see. These end missions are always the one where like it's leaving us like on the edge of our the edge of our seats basically, because there's anything and everything that could go wrong. It's
Oh yeah, like, I kind of hinted at it in like
nightmare
Mission
gameplay.
10. Like loot strat in this game is one of the hardest parts about this run. It's just every run's gonna be different. What loot you get, what you can use, where you can deploy the strats, forgive me for totally brain farting now. And so yeah, by the time you get to the end of the game, anything goes. Sometimes you have an absolute collection, and then other times you're completely barren. Every box is open. There's nothing.
All right, so we got through it again, nice and free. I'm now psycho running because thank goodness I realized I had to do this.
Yeah, this is a useful one to try.
Hopefully, no xenomorph.
We'd love to save that Molly for Mission 18, being out of fuel.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea at this rate. All right, so now we're kind of like, again, going back around all the way through towards basically the Mission 2 starting area. Reason that we do that is because basically the door from Mission 2 to Mission 18 is in the same area. Like, obviously, it opens up at certain times the more that you progress through the game, but we can find a way to get through that door. I say easily, but is, again, one of the other hardest strats of the game to pull off. So we're hoping and living on a prayer that I managed to get it like really well in my last practice run. Like as I just like, I figured out the best method for me to be able to do it. So hopefully I can rematch that same energy. And
You got it, man. I believe. But
'Cause
still,
if I
definitely
do-
grab that loot.
Because Dre, you see my time right now. If I manage to get through it, I'm saving a big margin of time against my current PB.
Oh yeah, totally.
So
Oh, you know, it might not be a bad idea to do a safety save before Elevator, in case you use all the flares.
where's and save?
Go to the door behind you, and you can loop around.
First off, shall we?
Yeah, do this one first, perhaps. Why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing a couple extra steps here for the viewers at home.
Yeah,
we
something
don't
that you
usually
get to see
grab
in
this in the
speedruns,
speed
yeah.
run strat. We don't usually whip around for the save, but for the sake of the marathon and being so close, we're just trying to save some
loads of
trouble
flamethrower
by
fuel.
a lot of flamey fuel. That's awesome.
So you're saying I need to go back
So
through here,
yeah, clip to both of those doors. Yeah. And then I think it's a left out of this one. Yeah, inside of there. This is clippable. It's a bit of a pain. But I would highly recommend grabbing that save in there.
Scrap. I'm
okay.
gonna risk it for the chocolate biscuit. Uh-oh, see them off. Alright, can I get some blessings and praise in the chat, please? Because this is risky business hours. I'm gonna go for it.
I have all 17 of my fingers and all 28 of my toes crossed for you right now.
How many?
28.
Okay. Just needed the clarity. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. This door is tricky, and then painfully, this isn't the hardest door. I found sometimes backing up from this one. Forgive me if you don't want my unsolicited thoughts, but sometimes backing up and then running at it again helps me get through.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm glad my advice is not in vain. Yeah, so the flare technique for getting through these is a little bit newer. I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate, but my current understanding of the theory why the flare makes this easier, as crazy as it sounds to say this looks easier, is that the actual light bouncing off the flare triggers the area to load a little bit sooner. So that if your hand clips the door, it'll load the area as opposed to your head clipping the door. I don't know if that's actually what's happening, but that's my understanding of the theory right now. Oh, you got this, man. Yeah, we typically call this door Hellevator, and it is probably pretty apparent exactly why it's called Hellevator. It is not a fun one, especially once you get past this outside. Sometimes it's still stinky because you need to get past the inner door as well.
Oh. That's a fake out, but that is close. Close again.
I keep learning this clip and then not doing it for forever, and then I totally forget how it feels.
Come on. We can still save time here, but it's going to take a bit to get through. Thankfully, the Steve's on break. If Damocles is saying that he's hoping and praying that the Steve's on break, they are. Thank goodness.
Yeah, on the practice one, he dropped behind you and you're
There
it is!
Oh!
Nice! Yeah, so you have to get a really big clip where you almost fall through the second door. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in the middle where you can't sprint in the middle because of the geometry. So you have to back out and then try again. So it can be a pain, even if it looks promising.
Oh, 1 second.
Thus begins mission 18.
Control split. There we go.
Oh, yep. So cool, mission 18, here we go. Oh, is that flamethrower
The
reloading?
consolidated splitter didn't split on that bit, so I just had to manually do it in live split, so because I don't have global hotkeys. That means we are currently 8 minutes and 48 seconds ahead of my PB, which means that I'm on a PB pace. So we're hoping that I can keep that pace and get a PB live on stream today. So
I apologize, I didn't look. Have you reloaded your flamethrower yet?
Not yet. I should do that.
Okay, would be wise, yeah.
Thank you very much for your advice.
While he's reloading, you might notice Nico hugging the wall here. It is actually intentional that he's hugging the wall here. This is visible somewhere else in Mission 7 as well. But these prompts have basically a power to lock down on us. Especially that second one is supposed to lock down. You're supposed to have to claw through some vents and get a lever. And yet you can actually reach the what is it called? The hitbox to the range, activation range that locks it down is actually shorter than the range you can stand in and still grab the prompt. So you can stand just outside of the lockdown range and still grab it. So that's what he's doing
this
there.
one. I think this is like
211, I think, for night.
Yeah, 211. So obviously, I'm not going to be at a world record level. Like X_EB is a very, very talented runner for this game. So I'm still happy that I'm going to be getting myself a potential PB. So I'm very happy. Here we go. So this one I'm going to take a little bit of focus because this bit sucks.
Safety safe.
I'm going to reload as well.
I would recommend the safety save here.
Yeah, definitely.
Marathon strats.
All right, here we go.
All right, you got this. First try. Now that we saved, it's going to be first try.
Is that enough? I think so. Good. Oh. Yikes.
Oh! No shot, that was enough. Book it! The rare double flame.
Everything's fine.
Easy.
I genuinely panicked and I was going to go left and hide.
Right.
But I exhausted all my fuel in one burst and that was enough.
It was, yeah, That was some crazy hamburger luck right there, man.
I was waiting for it.
But yeah, and then the cool thing about Mission 18 is as soon as you grab that prompt that starts that cutscene, all the aliens despawn. Like, it's literally, once you're in that room, it's basically free, but it's very stressful to get back to that room, because as you can see, there's not one, but two Steves in this part. And we have a really long loading screen.
I'm gonna call it now. This is a PB run. Straight up, this is a PB run.
Okay, and I'll say it's not a PB run, so we collectively don't jinx it. Either way, one of us is wrong.
True. But that is not easy to do, especially in Nightmare, especially with the limited amount of fuel that we had. You saw just how lucky I got with the final blast. Oh,
there should be some fuel down here for one of those huggers.
Yeah, true.
Like, usually that table has something. No.
I didn't see anything there, so I'm going to be using some shotgun shells for the meantime to try to get rid of these.
All right, CC only, any percent strats, because any percent does not have.
Oh, cheers.
Nice, you got him.
Screw you.
I want you guys to pay careful attention to the fact that when you shoot the face huggers, they make macaroni noises.
Ha, 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 ha.
In case you were feeling hungry, you're welcome. That was not your friend this time, dude. He did not like being called macaroni.
I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, wait, I've got nothing in the revolver. Oh boy, oh mamacita.
Well,
I only got one bullet anyway.
No, it's fine. You got it.
HP in a dream situation there. God damn it, man. I swear, luck is on my side today.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that was like a pretty cool lineup. Sorry, we have extra shells. Any percent strats only partially apply.
That's fine.
I love their macaroni noises. That is my favorite part about this game. Hey, there it is. Well, I mean, this next guy's free, at least.
True.
Oh, do you have any spare flares after that?
Just in case.
Revolver ammo. Revolver shot works.
Yep.
So as soon as a cutscene ends, spam it. I don't know how familiar you are with this. I apologize if I'm
No,
spamming.
I know what it is, but so basically, as soon as the animation ends, just like hold your right mouse button, just keep on spamming the left mouse button. That is another way to stop the second xenomorph from spawning down at this bit. Normally you can use a flare, which would be very lovely, but if you do just that, it'll do the exact same measure, basically, so...
Yep. Yeah, so there's usually two aliens there. One is fully animated, scripted. The other one is just scripted to drop, and then he's free. But that script breaks for whatever reason if we make a significant distraction.
So about that one revolver bullet that I utilized, I'm glad that we utilized it for that measure, so thank goodness. Now, hopefully I don't die here, because otherwise it'll be bad.
You got this. Yeah, so we have one more crouch clip, and ideally no crumple strat. Very nice.
Thank goodness.
And then autosave. So after this, it's fine.
Yeah. The autosave is just after you get down there, like, and you move around. So if you die there, it's all the way back to the beginning. So thankfully, that wasn't the case. Yeah. And I managed to get through.
Skip this tram coming up, by the way, by hugging the geometry. That's not intended, by the way. Oh no! So apparently you were low health thanks to the facehugger boom. Canonically, it's very acidic, so yeah, it was mentioned in chat. But yeah, if you're too close to the facehuggers, they do damage to you when you shoot them. We were talking about earlier in the practice run, like, you know, honestly, like sour is kind of what, acid is kind of what causes sour flavors. So like, you know, citric acid and stuff. So I propose that facehuggers would probably be like a really tasty sour meat, you know? If you wanted to fry them instead of flour and butter, you could do a flour and egg white. You could do like baking soda and egg whites. I think that would work really well. You know, neutralize that facehugger.
I'm gonna say it. That's never happened before again.
Wait, I totally missed what happened. I was so focused on my being hungry.
That's never happened before, genuinely.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I mean, I know it was just a little, like one tick of damage, but usually I have, you know, more than 2 health left. The funniest part is, just after this section here, yep, there it is again. If you have a free med kit, Might
Nope.
might not hurt.
I have no med kit.
Check behind you for fuel, maybe, because the fuel doesn't do damage.
There was none.
Oh my god.
There was absolutely zero. I just got to do it from a distance.
Nice.
Everything's groovy.
Dabbing on those haters.
Even with all the deaths, this is still a PB run.
Yeah. So now immediately after the section, you get scripted health for this fall. So as soon as you get here, you're fine. You never have to worry about your health again in this run.
Also, here comes an elevator skip. All you got to do is hold run forwards, press E while still holding run forwards, and you just fall down the elevator. It's so, lift, whatever it is, escalator, interior crocodile, alligator, I don't know. And now we're on to the last 5 minutes of the game. So, as I mentioned, as long as it's going to be under a 242 IGT, then it's going to be a PB. Knowing that this is about 5 minutes from this point, we are currently at 2 hours 33 minutes IGT, which means that this is my PB run for all missions, crowd control, crowd control, crowd clipping only, all missions, nightmare, live on GDQ. This is my PB run. Let's go.
Heck yeah, dude. GG.
I'm happy about that. I'm happy that like I can at least just be happy with the time as well. And it's funny as well because I'm technically actually losing time in the split because we took a few deaths. But outside of that, because we saved so much time in mission 17, it still equates to it being a PB run. So
it's funny how that works out, right?
I'm looking at the time. I don't think we'll be able to show off the bonus run unless Ek wants to extend it just a little bit more, but it's up to Ek if you want to.
Oh, I was actually going to ask. Yeah, so we're good to go for the bonus run. I mentioned, I think we'll mention it. We talked about it, but it's going to be up to you on whether or not you want to have a quick break or hop right into it.
It's like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. We'll just hop into it. Screw it.
All right.
Just
and
send
for anyone who
it.
doesn't know what we're talking about here, since we're trying to get around the 3 hours, unsure how long this is going to be, we cooked up something that is going to be the absolutely broken category of this game. You watch Nico Hart do about 2 hours and 40-ish minutes of running through every chapter, trying to make sure you go through the game legit. This is a category that you don't do that. You pretty much go straight to the ending.
This is the most any percent of the any percent. I've gotten kind of flamed for it, but I consider it a very lightweight task. Because we use an external tool to toggle our flame. I got totally flamed for it, okay? I have to own up to it. Because we use an external tool to toggle the FPS manually to really unusually low values. Kind of like we hinted at earlier, the physics engine in this game does not like large variations in the FPS, right? If it's really high or if it's high and then drops to low, weird things start happening. And
You've been called out in the chat right now.
I knew. I thought Swayze was still here. That was for you. That was for you, Swayze. I am not backing down. Lightweight tasks. I would say don't at me, but at me all you want. I'm not.
Oh, by the way, there
mold
are
all you want.
two final speedrun strats that are going to happen. If you've ever watched any Alien Isolation run ever, you know that we are going to be doing some called double pins. Now, double pins is where you got to try to hover over one of the edges of the pins, press E, swing your mouse over to the other side, and then press E again so quickly that it will activate two of them at the same time. After that is going to be the most, if you get it, you get it. It is going to be fast walk. So if we do get fast walk, we save 8.7 seconds roughly by just walking. All right, here we go.
It's literally
double
just
pin
if you're built different. It's just a skill issue.
So every time we do a double pin, we save 15 seconds as well. So that's very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
Each pin, it's one of the ones that's easiest to throw a PB just by missing your pins.
Done.
It's even relatively easy too. It's just an animation skill. Oh, nice! You actually totally broke this animation too. So if you're fast enough, the second ones don't even render in.
Oh yeah. I was like, wait, I've got both of them off.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. I've never done
Double
third time that's never happened before. Okay, cool.
Let's just say there's a reason that I had a role on the server for a while called single pins.
Nice. Okay, so Let's see if we get the fast walk. If we get the fast walk, it's blessed run. If not, then it's still blessed run because it is a PB run. We're looking at about, I say, just over 245 RTA, and it's going to be a sub 240 IGT. I'll be able to show on the live split in a second exactly what the times are. And we get fast walk. What a lovely time to end off with this run.
Crazy hamburger.
There it is. All right, so we saved 8.7 seconds by just doing this little bit here. Everything is a nice, lovely way to end off an intensive run that we just had. We've been speedrunning for about 2 hours and 45 minutes-ish. It's a good time. I hope you'll have enjoyed this crouch clipping, all missions, nightmare run. It's always so much fun to show off. We've got one more bonus run for myself happening just after this. We're going to send it and go immediately into it. We're going to crash out the game to go and open Bandicam to explain just a little bit more about what we're doing. Dre, you could probably tell us more in a second. Right, time is now.
Boom, baby!
And a gold there, huh?
Yep, that was actually an 8.3 minus gold there. So this is my time. It was a 2 hour, 38 minutes and 1 second, 0.5 second speed run for IGT. 2 hours, 44 minutes and 37 RTA. So that is my current personal best for this category. So live in GDQ.
GG,
that's
man. GG game. GG game.
GG.
Right.
Really quick, I do want to say a few things. One, well, congratulations, Nico, on the PB.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And two, for anyone who is just tuning in right now, we have one more run for you. We're actually not going to go to Be Right Back. We're going right to it. Nico's setting it up. But we're going to be kind of breaking the game a bit. You know, with Alien Isolation, it's a long game. And sometimes you wonder, can it be any shorter? So what we're going to be doing is there's a category in the community that is, I think it's called any percent FPS plus crouch clipping or something like that.
Crouch clipping plus FPS.
The idea behind this is instead of a 3-hour run, it's going to be a 10-minute run just to show how broken this game can be. Anyway, both of you, once again, take it away.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty,
Right, we are doing this on Nightmare again. This is crouch clipping plus FPS any percent. FPS stands for frames per second toggling. So as you just saw from the application that we are using right now, we're using Bandicam. Bandicam has the ability to limit the FPS of the game that you have selected through the game recording mode by just pressing a hotkey. So I'm going to be changing the
it looks
FPS.
like your box is unchecked down there.
Only when capturing though, so I don't need it when it's capturing.
Set FPS limit too.
Yeah, so when I actually press the hotkey, then it sets it.
I apparently don't know how Bandicam works.
You're fine.
I've
got you covered. So we're just going to jump immediately into it. We're going back into Nightmare, and we'll show you how this run works. Okay, so when we're doing the crouch clipping, that's when we're activating the FPS toggling as well. I believe for this little section here, I'm going to be changing it over to 7 because it's easier. I'll still call time. Time will be starting again at the beginning of the cutscene, so that's coming up very soon. Time will start.
3, 2, 1. Oh,
now.
Just a little early. Dang it.
No, for me, it was perfectly on time because don't forget Discord latency. Anyway, so the first thing that we can do is that instead of actually going to log in from this PC here, we can use the FPS toggling right now. I'm not the best at this door, but the other doors are just fine. So let's see if I can get it, shall we?
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't have to sign in. We do, unfortunately, still have to get dressed. It's cruel. But, yeah, we don't even need to sign in. Done optimally, this can save, a split second, but
I might need to
looks
do
like
8.
it's being tricky for us.
Sometimes you just kind of like fly a little bit. It's weird. I'm still going to show it off anyway, so that you can kind of get the understanding of what CC plus FPS is. Can you stop flying for me, please? Seriously.
Yeah, so the physics totally breaks, right? Like I started mentioning it, like when you drop your FPS significantly, you just kind of start, like, gravity stops
There
working.
we go. Excuse me, I was through.
Hey, there it is.
There we go. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to be doing. Oh, yeah, I keep on forgetting to pre-crouch. God damn it.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Crazy keeps on telling me, oi, Nico, M1 pre-crouch. What do? I forget it every single time. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. There are some other bits, so like for certain doors we use a certain FPS toggling, so it's about like between 6 and 8 is usually the most idealistic FPS you want to do it at, so I'm sure Swayze can tell me the next door what the preferable is. I think it's probably going to be 7, so when I get to like the next low point, I'm going to quickly hover over to Bandicam, Jesus Christ, that's a different platform. That's a music platform, and just quickly change the 8 to 7, and then we'll go cruising for it. So you remember I was talking about like that door, the mission 2 door that went into mission 18. So if you think about it, what if we were able to get through that door even quicker, even like without even worrying about it? This is what this category is. It's so blissful because you can
amusingly, we still have to do
doors.
most of mission 1 the normal way. There's not a whole lot we can clip here because we have to get to the end objective here and press the prompt to act, and the prompt just doesn't activate until you've talked to everyone. And so it's one of those, this mission's straightforward enough, everything's just kind of on a timer, and so there's not a lot of cool skips here yet. Again, if you like glitch hunting, please play Alien. There's so much potential in this game, I promise.
You know what's funny? I forgot to change my splits over to my CC FPS.
It's all right.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm a speedrun, I should do things. Who cares? I'm not really worried about it. This is like a bonus run anyway, so we're just gonna enjoy ourselves, shall we? Yeah, M1 is half of the run. That's the funniest thing about this. It's so good. What is Steve's Bandcamp link? And Drake says it's Vent Gremlin 22. Nice.
I realized as soon as I typed it, I should have said Vent Gremlin 426. I completely missed the opportunity. Completely missed the opportunity.
Dude. Missing out on comedy gold,
I'm slacking.
Man.
I'm slacking. It was the second that I pressed enter, too. I didn't even lift my pinky up. Like, should have done 4 different numbers. 426.
It's fine. It's fine.
Even 348 would have been okay.
Alright, so again, normal M1, that's chill, that's fine. So there's a new lineup for CC plus FPS that actually is supposed to make things faster and better. Somebody who hasn't done CC plus FPS in ages, this new lineup can be a pain. The initial lineup was a pain anyway, because like if you got the lineup perfect, sometimes you wouldn't get the efficient process for actually doing what you need to do. Don't want to spoil it because we're going to show it to you. For those who have not seen the CC plus FPS, I don't want to spoil the fun parts, okay? So this new lineup makes it easier to do the technique, but getting to the point of when the technique is pulled off can still be a little bit turbulent. So we're going to hope that I can pull off a good run. And don't forget, it is 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm still trying to show you the best kind of content I can. We're hoping that I can do this bit well. So I want all of your prayers, all of your blessings for this because, oh yeah, I need to do this. I'm going to change this down to 7. Take the hot toggle off. There we go. Crouch clipping used to be worse before releasing super easy. Trust speedrunners still to break it. Damocles actually did work a little bit around, I think, the Q&A for this game, actually. Behind the secret knowledge and all sorts of stuff. So
we love
it's
those
fun to
connections.
hear about these little tidbits of Damocles' like experience of the game that even I still don't know. So that's some fun.
I love hearing all the secrets of things that were found or fixed, or like you might notice like weird behavior with the weapons and reloading them. How with the revolver, for example, if you shoot one bullet and then reload, you still reload the whole chamber unless you transition zones. And from what I heard about from Davaculus way back when, it's there was supposedly much worse bugs with that. Like somehow that was one of the ones that was really, really hard to fix. So the current state is like the best they could do in a reasonable amount of time.
That's funny.
Or also, I remember at one point he told me about like how we can use the stun baton through walls. Apparently that also worked with other weapons too.
Huh.
But yeah, I love secret lore facts like that. Yeah, so this is, here's the insider knowledge.
Oh yeah, I love that, man. Like, it's always nice to know about people who are working. I know you can still technically do that, Damocles, about crouch clipping going backwards. There has been some instances where it is still applicable. So I don't know. You say that you can, technically still can in some. Thinking one door is actually preferable. All right, so here is where we're going to be actually bringing in the FPS again. So let's see if we can do this.
McQueen.
Okay, here we go.
Crouch clip upgraded.
And
free.
immediately through. Oh, that was blissful, man. Oh, that's how in a CC plus FPS situation should go.
Yeah, so the cool thing is now instead of doing all the rest, we're walk straight over to the elevator. You guys, I hope you guys recognize this area already.
So,
Except
here
now
we go.
it's
Let's
like
get the setup.
Heaven Evader.
Perfect. And we're through. And then we're going to do it again. But this time we're going to do it on a diagonal because this will help us to get through this door a little bit easier. As I say, as I fail. Do you want to let me out? Okay, here we go again. There we go.
Hey,
Good.
there it is. Free.
All right,
Absolutely
into mission
free.
18. Into mission 18. Straight up.
That's all
up.
there is to it. I think you might need to split your splitter as well.
Yeah, like it says mission 2 there, so I'm just gonna split. 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to, screw it. Doesn't matter.
Probably
anyway,
not worth it.
not worth it. I'm wasting time. All right, we're gonna go through by just holding W up to this point here.
This is where the
And
cool part really starts to happen, where you can really see the physics engine sweat. There's angles. Angles.
What was the
happen to
FPS
be-
again? Is it 7 or not? I think it was 8, wasn't it?
Truthfully, I don't know offhand. I recall me messing with a couple when you were practicing.
Okay, I
Yeah,
think
as
it's
soon
8,
as there's
yeah.
angles, the physics engine starts sweating here. This is where it'll get really interesting as soon as he hits it just right. What he's trying to do is fall on that angle and then run into it such that the game has to give him upward vertical velocity to put him back on the ramp because it's a ramp, slopey business.
Bevel, yeah.
And
Oh,
the effects of that can be a little bit crazy hamburger.
Okay, he said 7. Okay, 1 second. Set it to 7. Come on. Oh, so close. Okay. That's good-ish. Oh,
man,
damn
I was
it.
looking
Okay.
really close.
Come on. Let me through, please. That'd be very kind of you. Thank you. Okay.
Hey,
Oh, well, there he is.
there's our friend. He's gonna try.
Okay, let's reload.
The Steve teleport.
It's the lineup can be super hard, so we're still gonna try this out because it's still such a fun thing to show off. We're trying to use this to get out of bounds, basically. That brings it up towards like basically the end of mission 18, and you'll see why it's very fun. You'll see. Okay, come on.
Oh man, that looks so clean too. Hey, it's the fire again.
Almost. Oh. The lineup sucks. Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Nope. Oh. One of these lineups will be perfect. I know it will. I know it will. Ow! I fell down.
Oh, that is not intended.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Line up just on the left side. Come on. Oh, come on.
Oh man, it's cruel.
Okay.
Oh, that was so good. That's looking good. So the trick here
Nice.
as well, oh man, is that not all of the ceiling is you can face through either. The part he's facing through the geometry, there's actually supposed to be a vent there, as per the geometry. And so, look like where an alien comes down, right? Look right there, exactly. So he's actually trying to go up the hole that Steve just came down from.
I mean, that's may actually I think we're gonna fall.
No, we fell.
I don't think there's any way I can save it from here, is there? No. Nope. So he's gonna bring me back in
Oh,
bounds.
it's tragic. It was looking so good.
Okay. I can do
But
this,
yeah, so
man.
that's part of the trick as well, is you have to get the vertical velocity, and then you also have to line up on that hole such that you can get above the roof.
Sono qui.
Oh.
Ooh, it was looking good for a second there. You're definitely getting better at this, though. I can see it already.
It's just trying to get that perfect, like, directional, like, diagonal out. It's like, it's very hard to pull up, I'll tell you now, but we've got this. I'll give this, like, maybe 5 more tries, and if it's no good, then I'll have to sacrifice it, unfortunately, which I don't really want to do, but it'd be good to show it off.
Right, yeah, it's a bum to show off, but it is kind of a stretch goal on the time, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Is that it? That's it. Come on.
No, I mean, push backwards.
Oh!
No. Oh.
So hopeful.
It's so hopeful. Like, it's looking like it will be, but it's just the
We got some friends.
I'll say
hanging out
for
there.
mine as well, you can go however long you feel comfortable.
Okay, the max would be about 20 minutes, I reckon, because I'd rather
yeah,
not
like it's if you need like what's the word? If you need either way, that's fine.
Yeah, if I need to master kill, it's no problem, honestly. Like, it's such a bonus run. This is still like seeing people do this like so flawlessly. It's honestly so impressive. But even to like the trained runner, this is still a very tough one. Speedrun to do.
True. Perhaps worst case scenario, if Swayze's okay with it, we can play his VOD.
That's true. Yeah, maybe.
And show off what the tech is supposed to look like.
I'm not sure about that one, but
Okay.
we should be good.
How big of a skip is this? This can make it, if it goes well, like you can complete the game in 8 minutes. Basically, very big, very big. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is supposed to skip all of the main objective in 18, as well as that kind of under area section like we did with the face huggers just a bit ago. So if you do it right away, it skips, gosh, 10 minutes of
Something
this
like
mission
that, yeah.
alone. Plus, of course, skipping straight from mission 2 to mission 18 saves more than 2 hours.
Come on. Okay, so I need to go a little bit more over to the left as I get to those wires. You saw those wires as I'm hitting them. And I'm hitting the center of them, and that kind of is still not the perfect point for being able to head, like, get out of the out of bounds, basically. So, there you are.
Our friend's back.
Trying to be stealthy. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's
He's
stealthy.
gonna hit me now. All right, come on. I'm gonna give it as best as I can of a shot. It'd be nice to showcase on GDQ today. I'm gonna try my damnedest.
Sono qui.
You got this, man. I got again all 17 fingers and all 28 toes crossed for you.
There we go.
Nice! Yes! Okay, that's
There
part
it
1.
is.
Part 2 is easier.
Okay, now I'm gonna bring it back down to 6 FPS here because this actually works better at 6 FPS.
Yep. So same tech here, but now we're using the geometry above the level. And should be able to get a bigger launch this time, too. Oh, free.
Come on, as soon as we get up to this bit and over.
And there it is.
There it is. Okay,
Very
that is
nice.
it. That is CC plus FPS. All right, we actually managed to do a top 20 as well, so that's fine.
But yeah, still
I can't
pretty
believe it,
dang
Nico, You're
good.
here about 2 hours faster than last time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fun thing as well is that we don't have our spacesuit on, so we can actually run in space right now. That's the
Yeah,
funny
you
thing
get the
about it.
additional time saved by clipping out of bounds here. It's awesome.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Like, it is such a painful strat to pull off, especially because like it's such a precise lineup, especially on that bevel there. On the other one that we would do, there's a little bit more freer for like, you know, being able to like kind of worm your way up. But this one is like legitimately easier to pull off on its initial stance of going up, if that makes sense. But I survived GDQ Hotfix. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're right. The
It's so
ultimate.
nice to just run about this thing. It's
victory.
so nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, all of the levels that you can't walk are the ones we don't like the most, or sorry, you can't run, are the ones we don't like the most because you can't run.
Right. Do you want to prep people about this forthcoming section?
Yeah, sure. So this is the best part about CC FPS. If you really like aliens, I really like aliens. It's a really welcoming camera angle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We won't spoil it. We'll just let you guys, you know, bask in the glory. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, what happens is something about that double pin right there just completely wipe all of my brain cells.
Yep.
So yeah,
Sorry,
what happens is now that we don't have the spacesuit on, as per the game model, the different models have different animations because they have different bone formats internally. And so in this case, we have no spacesuit and we don't have the proper bone format for this animation. So our camera just locks. We would be completely soft lock in the game here, except that this level transition is automatic. So it's actually totally fine here. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Pretty hot. Anyway, let's see if we get fast walk, shall we?
Fast
If
walk
we do,
time,
that'd be
let's
hilarious.
go. And that's 3 for 3, or 4 for 4 on fast walks that I've seen from you.
Fast walk on this. That's brilliant. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so I think we will actually potentially finish 20 minutes under for RTA, maybe. Time will be coming up again, just as an FYI. Let's see if I get sub 20 RTA. Shall we see?
I think it will be. I think it is. Because I don't think this section takes 30 seconds. I think it's like 1941.
My time is not going to pause myself, but I'll tell you like around the sort of time it is for RTA. It's 1940 seconds for RTA. All right,
Yep,
that's
I
not
was
bad.
really close. I actually feel really cool. I was so close. That was a total guess.
Oh, well, that is, again, a tough showcase for a bonus run at the end. It is, it's like, you know, you get the best runners. They know how to do it optimally. They can pull it off with a breeze. For the new runner trying to get themselves into CC plus FPS, it is tough. It has been, God, like a couple of years since I've actually done a CC plus FPS run with a new setup as well at the same time. So there's obviously going to be some stresses. There's going to be some misendeavorments of like of skill sets being displayed, but being able to display it with new techniques learnt today, by the way, getting it under sub 20, I'm very happy. So yeah, that is all of the Alien Isolation Speedruns showcase for today. Thank you, Ek, for inviting me on to showcase Alien Isolation for the week where Alien Day is going to be a part of. Is amazing. If you guys want to see some more speedruns, some more variety, memes, and British humor on the Twitch.tv, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Nico Hart. And you have my commentator, Dre, if you want to plug yourself as well.
Oh, sure. I can plug. Yeah, so I like to make some content sometimes. I will be totally honest. I am trying to transition. Like, I'm really close to transitioning a little bit more towards YouTube-focused content, especially as my internet died halfway through today's run as a side of that. So if you want to do one or the other, I admittedly would recommend checking out my YouTube. It looks totally dead right now, but I promise good stuff is coming soon.
Awesome.
But yeah, Nico, thank you so much for having me. Ekdice, thank you so much for having me. Thanks so much for GDQ Tech for being legendary as always.
Absolutely. I do want to say thank you both once again, and also a big, not only from me, but hopefully from chat, a congratulations to Nico Hart on that PB.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Like, it's rare for me to get a PB on like a marathon state or anything like that, so it was lovely to showcase it for a category that I hardly even run as well, to actually get a very decent PB, so it's lovely to have it.
Well,
so thank you.
Congratulations once again. As well, for anyone, if you did enjoy that run, make sure you do check out Nico Hart. You can find the link in the pinned comments in the chats. But yeah, hope we all enjoyed this run of Alien Isolation, or I guess both runs, I should say. We had a fun time with Alien Day. L4, 26, will be coming up on what? I guess Friday. I think it's Friday. So if you're a fan of the Alien franchise, go ahead and revisit some of the movies as well on your own end. It is a fun little thing. Honestly, just if you don't know about it in the world of horror, you can usually find a bunch of alien-based things if you know where to look. So, anyway, that has been Speedruns from the Crypt. I have been your host, Dices. I do hope you enjoyed this show. We will be back in about 2 weeks with more horror. As well, if you did miss any of the runs, we're having a rerun in a moment here of both shows over at the Twitch side. So, hopefully you all have a wonderful rest of the day and or night, and take it easy.